So let me ask you, what is the reason?
The reason why I wouldn't trust a woman is I wouldn't take it serious. Like, I feel
But
like
why not?
women
That's
wouldn't
just
really
a
take it serious,
projection of your own thoughts and insecurity. So what specifically
No, not my
about
insecurity. It's just like how
it
I
does sound
think,
like it. Yeah, so
Well,
but
it's
like why
not.
do you think that way?
Because I feel like with a man, like, he's like more controlled. I mean, Trump, I was
You
like,
you
a
feel
little
like you're more
happy about
you want a
Trump.
man that's more controlling?
Not a controlling in a way, but like, that knows what he's doing. I mean, I would vote a
You
female,
want a man that
but
knows what he's doing.
yeah.
That
But
that
with Trump,
controls
I'm,
you a
I'm
little
saying,
bit
I know it
more?
sounds dumb. I know it sounds dumb, but like, trust me, like, with Trump too, I have like ups and downs, like for example like him with the AI image of with Jesus and stuff. That was really, as a Catholic, not a Christian, but as a Catholic, it's still disrespectful,
Dude, he was a
because
doctor, man. He was working for the
but
Red
he was not a
Cross.
doctor. I'm gonna be honest, as a MAGA bro, or as a Republican. I'm not a MAGA, but as a Republican, bro,
You are
that is
MAGA because you support Trump,
honest.
but yeah,
Well,
I know he
I mean,
definitely
I'm
wasn't a
Republican.
doctor. Obviously, I'm
Yes,
making
so
the joke
yeah,
there because
yeah,
that's what he
I
said.
know. Yeah,
But like, let's just be
it
clear. You think that he's more respectable than Kamala Harris just because Kamala Harris is a woman? That's it. Like
not.
literally, there's
I
like
didn't say respectful, bro.
no actual
Parker, I didn't
reason
say
there,
Parker.
just because of the
I didn't
fact that he's a
Parker.
man
Listen
and
to
she's
me,
a woman.
Parker, Sir Parker. Listen to me. I did not say respectful, right? I know about the Epstein files, and it's just like a little middle, because I want to see a picture of him like doing stuff to a female, not just fake whatever,
Well, hold up.
like actually,
What do you mean? Are you saying that you'd have to see CSAM in order to be able to say that Donald Trump's guilty?
And it sounds weird, but it's
Yeah, that's what you
proof.
just said.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. It sounds weird, but
You're,
it's
you're saying you want to see that
no, not dude. I'm telling you.
uh,
Dude, I'm telling you.
determined by a court system, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So a jury determined this to be true.
Mm, for Epstein. Yeah,
Yeah. So like, wouldn't you? Why don't you accept the jury against Trump?
because there's not too much evidence, bro. Like that's the thing. Like, yes, there's been
There
like
is.
allegations and stuff, but
Can you
like,
name one piece of evidence that you don't accept?
mm, explain. Because there's
Can,
like
can, can you name one piece of evidence in the case that you don't accept
of like for Trump or like in general.
against Trump? The Eugene Carroll case against Trump, the civil case, where the jury unanimously determined that he sexually abused Eugene Carroll.
Oh, I haven't seen that. I'm gonna be honest. I have not seen that. Can you pull it up?
Yeah, that's a civil case. Look up Trump liable essay AP News, and you can read the court documents associated with the case. But like I'm
Mm.
asking you, if you haven't looked at the case even, well, that's one thing to take a look into. Secondly,
Yeah, you're right.
do you think that the 27 plus women that are accusing Donald Trump of sexual misconduct, do you think that every single one of them are lying?
I wouldn't say they're lying, but I wouldn't say they're telling the truth.
Okay, what makes
It's
you
it's
okay? So
it's like
so
I
that
don't know,
makes
because
you
it's
think
like
that they're
a.
lying, right? If you think that they're not telling the truth, that means you think that they're lying, right?
I'm again. I don't think they're telling the truth, but I don't think they're lying. It's just like
That
confusing,
doesn't
right?
make any sense.
Well, for me, it does.
So you're
You
saying
know,
you're just agnostic?
no,
Okay, so if you're not agnostic, what the hell is that position then? That makes literally no sense.
I don't know how to put it. That's why. That's the thing.
Yeah, you got to explain it, right?
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm trying to explain it. Like, I know it
Okay.
sounds like again, right? It sounds
Mm-hmm.
dumb,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm trying my best to explain it. Because I'm not really good at
Yeah, I
explaining
got
stuff,
you.
to be honest. But yeah, but it's like, it's for example, like let me use this example. Like for example, like your ex-girlfriend, you're like you're famous, but then she starts like or like people that or like females that are like just
Women.
starting rumors saying that, oh,
Women.
you,
Wait,
yeah,
do you know that women, they're called women?
also called females.
Yeah,
You
but
wouldn't
like,
like it
why do you go
if you're
around like
called.
saying, like, you know that women don't like to be called females?
I mean, you wouldn't call like to get called male?
So you understand that this is a term and by the way, I probably wouldn't have an issue because it's not used to disenfranchise me. This
Mm.
word specifically is used to disenfranchise women at scale. You know that, right? Because it's meant to dehumanize them to a greater extent.
Mm.
You might not understand this, but I'm just saying these are the implications of it. That might not be your intention, but these are the implications of it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, honestly, that's my bad, right?
You fine? I'm just
But I'm
telling. I'm
saying
just telling
woman.
you the
Okay. For
preferable term.
example, okay. So for a woman, right? Other women that know you or that
Women,
hate you,
other
right?
women.
Yes, that's what I just said. Woman.
You said
Thank you.
women's.
That's why other women's like like other
Women.
like
In
girls.
that context, it would be women.
Well, I'm saying women's because of like many other like girls, right? That's what I meant. Or I guess I would say women that hate you and they would like start like accusing you of like you sexually assaulting them and stuff. You think like, fuck, I forgot what I was going on.
Yeah, so I'm giving you a scenario where there's 27 plus people that have accused Donald Trump of sexual misconduct, where he's bragged about grabbing women by the vagina without asking, where he's bragged about walking into the changing rooms of naked women while they're changing without their consent, where two 18-year-olds came out and said there were four girls as young as 15 years old in these changing rooms, where he said he would date a 10-year-old girl in 10 years, where he sexualized his daughter on countless occasions, saying that his daughter, he'd be dating her if it wasn't his daughter, saying he had sex in common with his daughter, calling his daughter voluptuous, which means curvy and sexually attractive, right? And I mean,
Mhm.
all of these horrible things like saying yeah to Howard Stern, calling his daughter a piece of ass. All of these things in categorization tell you a pattern of behavior. If you can't identify a pattern of behavior at this point, when will you ever?
Okay, that sounds wrong. I'm gonna be honest, it sounds wrong, right?
I would hope.
Um, um, can you? I think I've heard of the audio of when you brought up the him in the changing room.
Yeah. Do you want me to
Can you
play
bring
it?
that up just to hear it, just to like hear it again?
Absolutely. I
I've
got you.
heard it on Dean's stream yesterday,
Hmm.
and I quite forgot what it
Being
said.
some of these foreign girls, with the vagina. And
Well, you could also say, as the owner of the pageant, it's your obligation to do that.
so you have done that. Now, tell
Well,
me
I'll
what
tell you the funniest is that I'll go backstage before a show.
Yes.
And everyone's getting dressed and ready and everything else. And, no men are anywhere. And I'm allowed to go in because I'm the owner of the pageant, and therefore I'm inspecting it. I'm inspecting. I want to make sure that
You're like a
everything is
doctor.
good.
You're there.
Yeah, the dress. Is everyone okay? They're standing there with no clothes. Is everybody okay? And you see these incredible-looking women. And so I sort of get away with things like that.
Sounds a little weird now.
Yeah, like that's him admitting to walking into the changing rooms of
Yeah.
women while they're changing when they have no clothes on.
Well, I mean, he said just to make sure everything's okay. I don't think I've heard anything, naked.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question. When you have no
Yes.
clothes on, are you naked?
No shit.
Yeah, right. So like he said no clothes, right? He
I ain't
he
hear
cut
that.
himself off. Do you want me to play it back? I got you.
Yes. Please, please.
And I'm allowed to go in because I'm the owner of the pageant, and therefore I'm inspecting it. I'm inspecting. I want to make sure that
You're like a
everything is
doctor.
good.
You're there.
Yeah, the dress. Is everyone okay? They're standing there with no clothes.
Oh,
Okay,
I hear
they're
that.
standing there with no clothes. Yeah, the dress. Is everyone okay? They're standing there with no clothes. Is everybody okay? And you see these.
He slips up. Okay.
It's very clear that he was saying that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like if you try to
Again.
think about like what he would say in that circumstance, there's nothing else that fits in that
And he slipped out.
context.
Yes. Yeah. I see. Yeah. Again, right? I'm not trying to change my mind. Again, like I said it like in the beginning. I think both are not good, right? By the way, I'm Hispanic, right? So obviously,
Yeah, but
that
like
wouldn't
this
matter,
is him
but-
admitting to engaging in sexual exploitation. The point is that this is a pattern of behavior of Donald Trump, of engaging in sexual exploitation, of engaging in sexual misconduct, of engaging in sexual abuse against women, and then literally, right, denying it, not accepting the truth, and making up his own version of reality. He always does this. You admit that he does this specifically with the scenario where he depicts himself as God and then claimed he's a doctor.
Yeah, that
He also
right
does
there.
it with the fact that he literally he paid hush money to Stormy Daniels, and then literally claimed on national television that he didn't cheat on his wife. Like that, we literally you're like, why are you paying her money then? Why are you paying her hush money if you didn't do this? And why are you falsifying business records to hide that hush money payment in order to hide the story to not affect your
Yeah.
election prospects? If it is the case that it's not true, and you didn't ever have sex with her, like that makes literally no sense.
Yeah. Because I also get the part where, like again, what you said about, the hush money and stuff. I get that,
Not to mention the 30,000 misleading statements or confirmed lies in his first administration. Not to mention him saying that he still won the 2020 election to this day. Like, I mean,
Oh,
there are...
you froze.
Yeah, I'm saying not to mention the fact that he says that he won the 2020 election to this day.
Yeah.
Did you know that he said that he drinks Diet Coke because he thinks it literally kills cancer because it kills grass? Not trolling, that's what he said.
Really?
Yeah, unironically said that recently. He
Can you
literally
pull up
says
the
he
clip?
drinks Diet Coke because it is going to kill the cancer because it kills grass. Yes, he said that.
That sounds dumb.
You
That
think? I
actually
mean, he
sounds
also said
dumb.
windmills are causing whales to die in numbers never seen before. He said that climate change is a hoax. The climate's going to start cooling. Science just doesn't know it yet. He said we should nuke
Yeah.
hurricanes to fight them. He said we should look at a disinfectant by injection to fight COVID-19. He said that if Jesus were the vote counter in California, that he would have won the vote against Joe Biden.
The hell?
He said that Tylenol usage during pregnancy causes autism when there's a Swedish study with 2.5 million people that it overlooks that indicates literally no association between Tylenol usage during pregnancy and autism after taking into account genetics and family.
Wow. Wow. Honestly, hope God forgives him, right? For the sins that he's done.
Isn't blasphemy unforgivable? So if it's unforgivable for God, why is it not unforgivable for you?
No, disrespecting the Holy Spirit. That's unforgivable. But also, that's obviously, what Trump did is obviously unacceptable and made me, not lose respect. Because honestly, again, I didn't like both when the election was going on. Even before, like around when he got shot in the air, I think in that time, I was just like, both are not, And I'm like, oh, just because, I feel like, the gunshot with his ear, it was staged. I don't know. Just to get him more votes, just to make him look badass. He kind of did look badass, but But again, both were like not good options. But Kamala Harris, like, she also disrespected some what were they Christians, right? I think two Christians, if I'm not wrong, or basically they were like Christians and they were saying something about Jesus, right? And Kamala Harris was like, you're in the like
No,
wrong, like
they were like Trump supporters and pro-life individuals heckling the crowd,
yeah.
and she said that they were at the wrong rally.
I mean, they only said like Jesus, like I forgot what they
No,
said.
you're referencing the clip that was cut out of context where they say Jesus is king, and then she responds to that. She was responding to the stuff they said prior, not to the thing that she said where she said Jesus is king. Like, for example, someone can say something and then say something very quickly after it, and I'm responding to the original thing, and someone can clip the first part and then be like, "Oh, Parker doesn't answer questions" or something. That would
Yeah.
be dishonest, right? That's
Yeah,
exactly
yeah,
what
yeah.
they're doing here. They're cutting context out to make it seem like she was responding specifically to the idea that she was saying Jesus is king. Because, by the way, she's Christian herself.
I never heard of that. I'm gonna be honest. I have never like seen any clips of of her, being a Christian. I only see like clips of like her just saying like that she's like a different type of race, like she's many races or whatever. Like, and she tries to make
What?
like a Jamaican accent. So I don't know. I've never like I've
You,
seen
you
a lot
mean
of.
you mean her code switching? Well, I just want to let you know she's biracial, so I don't know what you're saying is
What do you mean
the
biracial?
problem.
Like,
She's black and Asian.
okay.
Do you
I mean, I
agree?
get that she, yeah, I do, I do. But it's just like, damn, my bad, my bad. I'm sorry, but like, yeah, I do. Like, I agree, or I get it, you know.
Okay. So
My
I'm
bad, my bad.
confused.
I'm sorry. But yeah, honestly, again, both are not good. I didn't even like Trump from like since what what was her name? It was I forgot what year, but it was like around the tens, like the 2010s. It was
Where Donald
Bill
Trump
Clinton's
said that
no, Bill Clinton's wife or whatever she is to him.
Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, Hillary. There you go. That was the name. Yeah. I liked honestly, I didn't know politics at the time. I mean, I still don't. I'm learning. I'm just learning. I'm not really into it, but I'm trying to a little bit. But yeah, but
What about that in 2011?
2011. What about the 9/11? Right? Yeah, obviously.
Well,
No,
well, what? I thought you were talking about Hillary Clinton. What about Hillary Clinton?
Oh, my. Nah, yeah. Again, I didn't hear it, but like, I didn't like Trump because of like the stuff that they would say. It was like because how I'm Hispanic and stuff, so like, like my mom would like put like she would have like the Mexican like news channel whatever, and every time they would like put like they would be like what they call like commercials of like saying that Trump has like kids in cages or whatever, like or like whatever some shit about cages. I'm sorry if I can't cuss, or can I?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, sorry. So yeah, but some shit like that. And as a kid, I didn't know anything. I had no, like not logic to about what's happening in the world at the time. But I was just like, wow, that's like messed up. So then I was like, fuck Trump. But like I'm a Republican. I wouldn't go for I wouldn't be a Democrat because of like you guys have like your side. The only like Democratic president I actually like is JFK.
Okay, so what about the Democrats do you not like?
That they're pro-choice.
We're pro-choice. What's wrong with being pro-choice?
I don't think you should have abortions. I don't think it's right to change your gender. I mean, I'm not saying that
I feel like that's
should-
pivoting. So, what's wrong with getting an abortion?
abortions. I mean, dude, like that's like it's like, bro, it's hold on. You yourself, the way how you're living, right, comes from God. The Holy Spirit.
I
Right?
don't
You have the
believe
Spirit
in
you.
I don't believe in God, and even so, even if you were
Yes.
Christian, you don't have to be pro forced birth.
It's not forced birth.
It is.
I mean, it's the problem with women, like not a problem. I'm not saying they're the problem or like they have a problem in them, but like it's like the stuff that they're getting themselves into. You know what I mean? Like for example, like sexual stuff. And
Okay,
like
so do you think
I don't
that
agree with rape,
grave
right?
victims should be able to get access to an abortion?
I mean, dude, it's God's children. I mean, right? Again, I do believe that you have the right to do whatever you want, but it's like it's like for me, right? For me, like the way how I think it's just unacceptable, right? But
So
obviously
you think
get
it's
to do whatever you
unacceptable
want.
for a grave victim to get access to an abortion?
Yeah.
Why? They didn't cause. You said that it's because they shouldn't be able to get an abortion because they engaged in these particular decisions that led to this. But for an individual who's been assaulted, they didn't engage in any decisions that led to this. So then why are you arguing that they should have an obligation?
Because I mean, I get it, getting like raped or whatever is like wrong, right? I do agree with that. I'm not saying that that's okay, I'm not saying that, right? But like it's like God's gift. I'm not saying that you getting raped by a
Well, I'm
man,
asking.
it's like
So you're saying it's wrong because of the cellular life, or what is the reason? Because like I think that there's really no obligation there because they didn't cause anything there.
right.
They were forced into those circumstances.
Yeah, and
So why would
it's-
they have an obligation to maintain a pregnancy they didn't cause? Like if someone attached a baby onto you and said you have to carry it for 9 months and incur the financial costs, the medical costs, the costs in terms of your health, right?
Yeah.
In order to be able to maintain that for 9 months, it takes you away from all your work and everything that you're doing, right? Are you
Yeah.
saying that like you would say that you should be legally forced to go through that?
I wouldn't say forced.
What? What? Now it changes? Are you serious? Now you're
Yeah.
saying because it's applicable to you, your mind is now going to connect the dots and be like, I don't think it should be forced. What? Yet you were totally
No, like,
okay with
you're
forcing women.
No, I'm not saying you gotta force it, but like I'm again.
That's what you
I
are
think
saying.
it's
When
what-
you're saying it should be
I'm not
illegal to
saying
get
that-
access to an abortion, you are forcing them to go through
It's what
pregnancy.
I think, Parker. It's what I think, right? It's what I think. I'm telling you, it's what I think. I know it sounds dumb. I'm telling you. I'm sorry about the birds, by the way, but
What is what
it's
you
what
think?
I
I'm trying to.
think.
Do you think that it should be forced in that circumstance for
What
you?
I think is that you shouldn't have an abortion. Woman.
Wait, so
shouldn't
then
have
if I attached a fucking baby onto you and made you pregnant, you're saying
Yeah.
that you should have to take that and carry it through 9 months. You specifically.
Yes.
Even if I did that to you, if I forced you to do that,
Yes.
you didn't cause that at all.
Yeah. No.
Okay, so if I do that for your entire life, should you just be continually obligated to do it?
Well, at this point, you're just using me then.
Isn't that what? Can you say that the first point?
But you're saying that you're gonna keep like going on and on and on. I mean, you want to have like you want to raise like
Yeah.
freaking 18 kids or what?
You don't want grapists to be able to determine who's going to have their kid, right? You're allowing for grapists to force people to have their kids.
You're saying forced.
Yes, literally. Because there's no way they can get out of it without you saying it's murder.
It is murder.
Okay, so then, watch this. Let me ask you this question. We'll start with miscarriage, okay? If someone gets a
Yeah.
miscarriage, do you want to investigate to see if it was murder?
No, it's a miscarriage. No, it's
No?
not. It's not. A
Okay, so
murder.
then let me
It's
ask
not
you this
what-
question. If someone causes an abortion themselves, how would you know whether or not it was a miscarriage?
It's an abortion.
You don't know.
If it was a miscarriage,
If they caused it themselves and they don't tell you how they got the abortion and they just claimed it was a miscarriage, how do you know the difference? Are you going to investigate?
Yes.
Oh, you are. Now you're going to investigate people with miscarriages.
Well, you can't even do that.
You just argued for that. You just argued for literally people being investigated for having a miscarriage. Like my mom, who had a miscarriage, by the way, right?
Yeah.
She should have been investigated for that?
No.
Yeah, that's
Sorry,
of course absurd, right? That's of course
birth.
absurd. But then your argument would then entail conditions where specifically people who are pregnant are going to go to more harsh conditions to be able to get access to an abortion, right? Meaning that if they do so, right, they are going to be able to get access to an abortion still, right? And you won't know whether or not it's a miscarriage because they can just claim it's a miscarriage, right? As long as no one tells in the circumstance, no one snitches, they're fine. So you're going to have underground black market operations for this, right? That's literally going to happen. I'm just letting you know. And then they're just going to claim that they had a miscarriage, right?
Yeah.
Based upon your argument.
Sure.
Okay, so
Sure.
do you want to create conditions where people are doing that in order to be able to get access to things that they need? Because inevitably they'll still be able to get it. They're just going to get it through less safe means. If you actually want to mitigate the amount of abortions that happened, why don't you go for the underlying root causes for why people get abortions in the first place, such as like the fact that people can't financially afford taking care of children, that childcare is incredibly expensive, that birth is incredibly expensive, that the screenings, right, are incredibly expensive, right? All these medical costs. Yeah. So how about we limit those medical costs, get rid of those by having a universal healthcare system, and then we also expand access to universal childcare to ensure that people can actually maintain and sustain families, right? Once they exist. Why wouldn't you advocate for that? But I don't see pro-lifers advocating for that. That would actually lead to a reduction in the amount of abortions that occur. Or you could talk about comprehensive sex ed. That would reduce the amount of abortions. Expanding access to contraceptives. That would reduce access, or not reduce access to abortion. Reduce the amount of abortions. Those are meaningful ways that you can actually reduce the amount of abortions that occur rather than literally trying to restrict people, which, by the way, leaving it up to the states has just led to more abortions occurring.
Sure. Oh, they break. Oh, water break.
No,
Never
that
mind.
was.
Sorry,
it's
sorry.
literally a drink.
Yes, my
It's
fault.
Martinelli.
It's
It's
because
literally like sparkling apple juice.
Oh, okay, that's nice. Sorry, it's because Dean also takes vape breaks. I get it. He has to reload, but I'm sorry, Parker. But yeah. Where were we?
Do you have a response to anything I just said?
I kind of lost myself. I got distracted by you. That's why.
Got distracted by the sparkling apple juice?
Yeah, I don't know. I thought you were Dean taking a vape break. That's why.
Yeah, it's just, sometimes I think it's funny because I literally drink it out of the large bottle because there's no cap on it, so you have to do that. And I don't care to pour it in something because I'm the only one who's drinking it. Yeah, and I just think it's really funny because people think it's like I'm just like getting loaded off of alcohol at like 10 a.m. So
honestly, it does look like an alcohol bottle. Like,
it definitely does. It really does. They have to. They literally put on the bottle that it's non-alcoholic because it looks like one. It totally looks like one. Yeah, I definitely know that. And it also like looks incredibly unhinged. But yeah, if you look at it, it literally says 100% juice. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Like once you showed me, like I thought that was like but yeah.
Yeah, but like I just do this and it's like it looks unhinged.
Parker drinking alcohol. That's a new clip right there.
Alrighty, do you wanna? No, I don't. I wouldn't care if that got clipped. I could literally just explain that in like a second.
Right. Big fan, by the way, Parker. I'm not trying to switch sides. I like
You don't support Trump anymore, right?
No, I do, but no, but yes, but no. It sounds dumb.
But, okay, but so like what's holding you to still support him? Because like I think he's like indefensible.
Can I please?
Yeah, go ahead.
It sounds dumb, right? But it's like this is the only choice we got, right? I hope there's like a president that isn't allies with what's it called, that wouldn't be with Israel, right? Because that with the Israel right now, how the world is right now, or whatever is going on with the war, I think, if I'm not wrong, I think if got sorry, like what was that word? I think it was not gonna happen, but again with the world with the war, I feel like the U.S. shouldn't be involved in it, but only it's involved because of Trump and with Yahoo and stuff. And I feel like there's like he also like promises for no war, but I don't know. Like I
So
have
you don't
like
want to be involved in war, right?
yeah.
So then why do you support Trump, who actually involved us in
Again,
war after
I know.
claiming one of his main campaign promises was no new wars?
Yeah. The only reason why I support Trump, though, the only reason why I say yes, that I am kind of like a Trump supporter, is about ICE, right? It's obviously off topic, right? But
You support
ICE,
ICE?
yeah,
Okay. Why?
because I mean, bro, you should. I mean, being in a country that that you're not in law, like being here illegally, you shouldn't be here illegally, right?
Well, let me let you know something. You know that ICE is
Yeah.
literally allowed to racially profile people right now. By the Supreme Court allowed them to use race as grounds, like with in taking into consider that and other things, right, as
Mhm.
grounds to detain people. So
Yeah.
people are, and also like courts have determined that they're literally just detaining people based on race. How do you feel about that? Also, there's situations where they've defended ICE detaining individuals just based upon having an accent.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, dude, I would also like think a person would be illegal. I know that's wrong, racially profiling, but I mean, bro, you got to do your job, right?
What, you
Also,
think
I
their
could
job should be
say, I mean,
racially
he
profiling
didn't
people?
reach ICE, because look, I actually have what's it called? Not experience, but I have a family member that I live in Chicago, right? And
Hold up, pause
there's
real
this
quick. Do you
incident. I don't
think
know
they
if
should be? Do you think their job should be to racially profile people?
you know, no, right?
Okay. So
I feel
like
like it shouldn't
it
be
sounds like
happening.
then we agree that they shouldn't be racially profiling
Yeah,
people, right?
yeah, because obviously that's messed up. But they're not like attacking like only like Hispanics, because they're also going for like it's like out of context because we don't know who is ICE going for, right? I could see how like
Yeah, but
this
they're
type
not
of
going
works.
after white people, right?
No,
Exactly. That's the
why
point.
would they go for white people? They want to get
Okay,
deported. I mean, do you
it's
want to get deported?
obviously I wouldn't be deported. They are not going to go after
Then
me, right?
why?
What?
Why would they go down? Why would they? Why wouldn't they go after you?
Because I'm a white
Because you were
dude.
born.
They literally wouldn't go after me because they're not going
So
to
then,
racially profile a white dude.
you're asking for it basically. Do
What?
you want to get deported?
No.
You
Why
said
would
why
I
would they
say
go for
that?
white? You said because you said why wouldn't they go for white people?
Yeah, they're
How
not
does
doing
that
that.
make
I'm saying
sense,
they're
bro?
racially profiling people, but they're not taking this into consideration to say that they should put white people right in detainment because of the fact that they're in the country, because they're going to assume because they're white that they're in the country undocumented or possibly in the country undocumented. Like that's not going to be a question.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but like they're using it to profile other individuals, and this does impact individuals who are also not Hispanic as well, right? For example, right, it impacts Black Americans, right, because of for example, like the demonization that the Trump administration is engaged in towards Haitian Americans that are immigrating to this country, that were in this country legally, by the way.
Yeah. I mean, again, I was gonna go back to the about my cousin, right? I have a cousin that works as a security guard, and asked him. He works for like a mall in a little village, and they asked him to open the door, right? They didn't like arrested him or anything, and he said no, like he said no, right? And they got mad and they started like dropping him. I mean, it's the only reason why is because they threw what was it? Something like, it was like not a grenade, but like it's like, oh, I forgot what it was. It was something, but they threw something and he threw it back and they got mad and they started like arresting him. But then he came back. Well, not came back, but like he was free. You know. So that right there, I wouldn't say they're racially profiling,
No,
but
they absolutely are. It's been
they may.
determined by the courts that they're racially profiling people.
Okay. I need to start looking in that, bro. I need to start looking at stuff,
Yeah, I think it'd be
But
helpful
yeah,
because I do
yeah, yeah,
think that like
whatever.
when it comes down to these things, like the Trump administration is utterly indefensible, like utterly
Hmm.
indefensible if you do anything past basic questioning on this.
Yeah, I need to start more getting into politics now because I've been, slacking on it. But you know, thank you for giving me a reason, for
Yeah, and I also just want to let
start.
you know, Democrats still are advocating for border enforcement. They still want to criminalize undocumented entry. They just want to make the legal process go quicker. Now, I'm someone who believes that there should be a pathway to citizenship for undocumented immigrants who have not committed a violent or bad crime. I think immigration is foundational to this country culturally and economically, and I think that like we're just literally fear mongering about immigrants for no reason. And that's a better way to actually go after the people who have committed violent crimes and bad crimes, because proportionally all the people in the country are undocumented, right, who have not committed violent crimes and bad crimes would literally just go through the legal process. They would identify themselves to authorities, meaning all the people who would be left over would be individuals who would meet that criteria. So it'd be easier for law enforcement to focus on those that have committed those particular types of crimes. So that's my position. But the Democratic position is more in alignment with my position, not 100% alignment. Obviously, I disagree with their position, actually. They still want to criminalize undocumented entry. They just want to make the legal process go quicker. So it sounds like you already agree totally with their position, right? It's just that their position's been scapegoated and strawmanned by Donald Trump, saying that they support, quote-unquote, open borders, just because there was a disproportionate amount of people that came under their administration because of economic insecurity that existed all around the world due to global inflation that had nothing to do with their administration's actions.
Yeah. So the people that are saying that I'm not educated or I'm clueless, I've said it. I've said it. I don't know if you guys wasn't here, but I told you I'm starting.
That's what happens
to
when you first look into things. It's totally okay for that to be true.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I know. I know.
And by the way, I do just want to there are always people that are first coming in. So yeah, there probably are people that didn't hear it. Just letting you know that's just the nature of how TikTok's algorithm works. Just letting you know as well.
I know, and I'm just saying, if to the people that that starting to get into the life, again, I said it before, that I'm not really, I don't have knowledge to it, but I'm starting to get into politics. So bear with me, guys. All right.
Keep researching and let me know.
Yeah. All right. Well, Parker, I'm gonna have to go.
Appreciate you coming up.
Take care, man. All right.
You as well. Let's go on to the next individual here real quick. Only send a guest request if you meet that criteria listed in the TikTok screen. We're just looking for some debates, everybody. Let's get this next individual up here. Only do send a guest request if you meet that criteria listed in the TikTok screen, everybody. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Hello? Hello? Oh, send a guest request right back, and I'll bring you back up if you meet that criteria on the screen. I heard you say hello as soon as I kicked you. Just make sure to send a guest request right back, and I'll bring you back up here. Alrighty, let's get this next person up here. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Okay, let's go to the next individual. Only do send a guest request if you meet that criteria listed in the TikTok screen. We are just looking for some debates, everybody.
Hi.
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
18.
Do you support Trump?
Yes.
Election held today, Harris versus Trump. Who would you rather vote for?
Trump, any day.
And what's your birth year?
It's, holy shit, I forget. I'm smacked out of my mind right now. Hold up. I had like 10 beers.
You're trolling. Brand Does Metal, thank you for the $10. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Thank you. They said, can someone explain Gen Z's MAGA's obsession with calling out people for... Yeah, they always do. I honestly don't know. I don't know what it is. Memento, thank you so much. Really appreciate the $5. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you very much. You're okay. Don't worry. I mean, it's true when you first start to look into things that you're obviously going to have misinformed opinions, so... But yeah, Mr. Flinch, thank you for the $5. Thank you very much. I read an article where the Democrats are going to try to invoke the 25th. Republicans are going to try to stop this election. I mean, it's pretty hard to do that though, because of the fact that it takes so much. But I mean, there have been calls, Republicans and Democrats, but it takes a lot. It takes both Republicans and Democrats. So the initial signs of it were good, but we don't know if that will continue. Mary Daniels, thank you for the $5 as well. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I appreciate it. Alrighty. Let's get this next person up here. If you're on YouTube, again, hit that thumbs up. If you're on TikTok, tap that screen. It helps get it out to more people, as always. Only do send a guest request if you meet that criteria on the TikTok screen, everybody. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
19.
Do you support Trump?
Third party.
Okay. We are just looking for some debates, everybody. Only do send a guest request if you meet that criteria listed on the TikTok screen. We are just looking for some debates, everyone. Please, only send a guest request if you meet that criteria. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Okay. Let's go to the next individual. Only send a guest request if you meet that criteria listed in the TikTok screen, everybody. Alrighty, let's get this next individual up here. Do you give it a quick second, everyone? Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I am 32.
And do you support Trump?
Yes.
And if the election were held today, Harris versus Trump, who would you rather vote for?
Trump.
Okay, for sure. Let me think a few people quick, and then we can go on to our conversation. Tarek, by the way, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Yes, I absolutely will. Thank you very much. Catherine, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you. Ari, thank you so much for the $1 as well. Thank you very much. I'll make sure to do that right now. Tinia, thank you so much for the push the $5. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Get some W's for them in the comment section right now. I'll make sure to look. I'll make sure to look. As well as Jania, thank you so much for the appreciate the $30. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Can we get some W's for them in the comment section right now? Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Serious though, right? Thank you so much for the $30. I really appreciate it. Can we get some W's for them in the comment section right now? Those double standards are absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Cassie, thank you so much for the $1. Thank you very much. Cassie, thank you for the $1. And Kayla, thank you for the $1 as well. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Alrighty. Why do you support Donald Trump?
Well, I support him because he made major economic achievements as a former president. That's why.
Okay.
And, he's a better candidate compared to Kamala Harris.
Okay. Can you name one metric that Trump has made better off since he's got in office economically?
Yeah, the White House.gov website say what he did.
Okay.
Other stuff.
Yeah. So what is the response?
My response, I think he's doing a pretty good job. I mean, the fact that the Democrats made Joe Biden drop out of the 2024 election, I mean, Donald Trump was like the only other option, and JD Vance.
Okay. I'm just gonna go to the next individual. Only send a guest request if you meet that criteria listed in the TikTok screen. We're just looking for some debates. Only do send a guest request if you meet that criteria listed in the TikTok screen. We are just looking for some debates. Yeah, how old are you? Hello? Okay. Let's go to the next individual. Only send a guest request if you meet that criteria listed in the TikTok screen. You how old are you?
19.
Do you support Trump?
Yeah, I do.
Election held today, Harris versus Trump. Who would you rather vote for?
Trump.
Okay, what's your birth year?
Shit.
Okay, let's go to the next individual, everybody. Only do send a guest request if you meet that criteria on the TikTok screen. We're just looking for some debates, everybody. Please, only do send a guest request if you meet that criteria on the screen, everyone. We're just trying to get some people up here to debate. Yo, what's up? How old are you? How old are you? Okay, let's go to the next individual. Only do send a guest request if you meet that criteria on the TikTok screen, everybody. Let's go to the next individual. Do just give us a quick second, everyone. We are just looking for some debates. Do give us a quick minute. Thank you for the hand art. Thank you very much. Let's go to this next individual, everybody. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Hello? Okay. Alrighty, only do send a guest request if you meet that criteria on the screen. If you're an adult Trump supporter in the United States, only do send a guest request if you meet that criteria. Alrighty. Only do send a guest request if you meet that criteria listed in the TikTok screen, everybody. We're just looking for some debates, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Okay, let's go to the next individual, everybody. Please only do send a guest request if you meet that criteria on the TikTok screen. We are just looking for some debates, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hello, 34.
Do you support Trump?
Yes,
Election held today, Harris versus Trump. Who would you rather vote for?
definitely Trump.
Okay, why do you support Trump?
So for me, it's pettier. I think democratic policies help us better. But for me, those hateful, delusional feminists chose a bear. So,
No, wait,
like
I
Trump.
talked to you recently, didn't I?
No, but I like Trump.
I
because he
think
puts
I
up
did.
everybody
You
that
didn't you say that you were like kind of like a slightly democratic person, but you are just like an insane misogynist,
No.
and you
I
think that
mean,
women shouldn't have the right to vote?
I mean, I don't think that, but I don't know. I think you have me confused with somebody else. But
I don't know. You sound very similar.
okay. Well, I'm just letting you know that's why I voted. Or
You
I
made the
didn't vote,
exact
but
same argument. You know that, right? Like the exact same argument.
maybe a lot of people agree with
Why
me. I don't know.
why do you hate women so much?
Well, bears can't vote. Alienating people isn't how you win elections. I don't hate women.
We're not alienating anyone but people who are bigoted.
No, when my like little boys,
You feel
14, 15 year
alienated
old
because you're
boys, are
bigoted. That's the reason.
I think young men do. Yeah, they're not old enough to understand.
So you say young men. How old are you?
Sure. I'm in my 30s.
How do you know what young
But
men want?
I have a son.
Okay. So you are projecting based upon the one specific circumstance that you understand a kid to have a view on?
It's not projection. It's factual sexism, and that's why we lost.
No, it's
Sexism.
well, okay, wait, so
Yeah.
wait, hold up. So you're saying sexism is why, but you hold that sexism yourself?
The sexism against men is why we lost, not against
Oh.
women.
Okay. So what's sexism against men?
All of it. I choose the bear. The low. Just everything. There's more single, child-free women projected ever soon. More homelessness people than ever projected to happen soon. That's all because of that.
But how is this sexism against men? I'm confused.
Okay, I choose the bear, saying that we're all automatically worse than wild animals. Come on, that's not how you win elections. It doesn't take common sense to comprehend that, right?
I don't think that people are typically saying that about individuals such as myself. I think that they're saying that about individuals such as you.
Yeah. Well, that's what. Oh, okay. Well, that's not very kind, and that's why we lost the election. So
I'm sorry
I
that hurts your
agree.
feelings, but if it hurts your feelings,
Well,
maybe you should change your
yeah, but
character as a man, right? Hold yourself to a higher standard, and maybe people wouldn't
yeah.
feel that way about you.
Well, no one feels that way about me.
I mean,
No
it
one's ever
seemingly
said about
people in the
me.
chat do feel that way about you, but they don't feel that way about me. Seemingly, that's a basis of your
Yeah,
character, not the basis of your biology
but
or the basis of your gender.
that's just the average Democrat. That's why we lost. The gang mentality and the hatefulness, and they're proving my point. You are too.
Do you think that Trump doesn't exemplify all of those characteristics?
I think that if a dog bites you, you're allowed to kick it. So why criticize Trump when you guys are worse?
Oh,
Look at the way you
I think
talk to
that's
me.
I think
You
that's
wouldn't
just like
talk to
a
me.
I think that's an I think that's one
You
that
wouldn't
doesn't
talk
mean
to
you
me
can't
so
criticize someone, and two, you're also not recognizing that we're not worse and Trump is so much more. Like, I'm sorry, like
How?
you cannot
How?
say that you're
How?
saying that we are more sexist towards
How?
men, right?
Yeah,
Because of
absolutely.
the fact that some women
hmm
on the internet, right, said
Millions.
bear over men like you, and you got really mad at them saying
My
that,
wife. Hey,
that
my
it made you
wife likes me.
so angry that you had to come out here and do this, right?
I mean, you
But
say
you're
it's
not going to
wrong.
mention all the misogyny that exists on the right of people who literally say they won't vote for Kamala Harris because she's a woman, such as yourself.
Well. Can I interject one thing? Because you're being disingenuous. You're a
I'm not
grifter.
being
Yeah,
disingenuous.
I can explain why if you let me talk. And not, because
I
there are
have let you
millions of
speak. Don't crash
there are
out.
millions. Can I just listen? There are millions of misandry accounts, not misogyny accounts. So you're lying.
Yes, there are
You know,
millions of misogyny accounts, including the
no,
president's
not named misogyny.
social media
No,
accounts, including the
no.
vice president, including literally a huge
Record
percentage of the
yourself
right.
out then.
And, hello, do you not know the misogyny being prevalent on the right? That's very prevalent on social
I'm
media. What are you talking
talking.
about?
You misunderstood me, so I'll explain it so you can understand it. There's literally accounts named misandry. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, and
There's
you know
not
there are
accounts
literal
named
accounts named
misogyny.
misogyny,
They banned
right?
immediately.
You know that there are
You
literal
li-
accounts named misogyny, right?
No, I've never seen them. So I've
Well,
only
okay,
seen
well, just
misandry.
because you haven't seen them doesn't mean that they don't exist. Because I
Okay,
can say that I haven't
but
seen these misandrous
a few
accounts, but you wouldn't
outliers
say
are
that. Wait,
relevant.
listen,
That's not
listen.
why we
I
lost
could
the
say that I
election.
haven't seen these misandrous accounts, but you would then say, oh, that doesn't mean that they don't exist. So make the
Yeah,
same
but
point against yourself, buddy.
sure, I can, but you can go count them and you can find out which ones
I
were revealed.
guarantee
It
there are
doesn't
more
matter.
misogynist accounts than there are
No,
misandrist
no. I
accounts.
I bet your life and I
Yeah,
bet my life
okay,
and
wait, give me a
well,
single
okay,
poll. Watch
then
this,
why
watch
do we
this, watch this,
lose?
watch this, watch this.
Sure.
Give me a single poll that says that quote unquote misandry is more prevalent than misogyny. I'd love to
Well,
see it. I'd love to
all
see a
right, so
single study at
Quit
all
talking over
that
me.
indicates
Quit
that
talking over me,
misandry
bro.
is more prevalent than misogyny. You are literally creating
I
a
can
problem
prove
out of the
it.
figment of
Who
your
won the
own
presidencies?
imagination because of your own insecurities, because of your own
Obama,
issues that you're projecting
Obama
onto
won,
everyone
and then
else.
Trump won. That tells the truth right
Not
there.
even responding to a single thing I just said. Thank you.
I did.
What's the
Because
response?
Obama. Okay, it's common sense. Obama won against two candidates that were better than him. Trump won against two candidates that were better than him. We are a racist country. We're not, but not really. We're very. It's very.
No, this is a racist country.
Gender.
Now, you're
It's a
still not
gender.
responding to my point.
I am. We're more sexist than racist. Is my
Can you give
fucking
me
point.
any study? Can you give me any study or any information that indicates that misandry is more prevalent than misogyny?
I should. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's absolutely out there, but
Well,
the
go
thing
ahead.
is-
Go ahead. I'll wait. Go look
What-
for it.
I don't have to do.
Go
your job
look for
you.
it. Just go look for it.
No.
Just take a look. Just take a
Why don't
look
you
real
put me in a
quick, you know?
grifter, Quit
Hey.
grifting and you do it yourself.
You're so mad. Why don't you just
I'm
look
not-
up your
you
own
are too,
information,
look.
right? Because this is the claim that your whole point rests on,
Then
is
why
that
do you lose?
misandry is more prevalent than
on.
misogyny.
Trump would have lost if you were right, but you're wrong.
No, I don't think that whether or not this is the case, just based upon this one single metric, is going to be the basis of that. You can take into account misinformation relating to inflation, misinformation relating to immigrants and trans people. Those are actually the three top reasons in terms of exit polling. Now, if you want to mention this as well, this definitely pulls it as well, because individuals like you are unwilling to vote for a woman because you hate women so much.
Oh, you muted me. You have a weak ego.
Says
Even
you.
Mike Lachey said Kamala lost because she not a
You
bitch.
can't
That's
vote
all
for a
Mike
woman
Lachey
because
said.
you feel like women are better than you.
No, it's not me.
It is. It is you. It is you.
No,
You
I
feel like
voted-
women are better than you. You feel like you can't compete with women, and that's why it makes you feel so small and little as a man and emasculated, and it makes you feel like you can't stand in the position you are. That's why you feel like you need to oppress women or demean
So you
women
resort
in
to-
order to
you
be able
resort
to
to
get into the
insulting me
privilege
when-
or position that you're in where you have power.
You insult me
That's
when
what you
lose.
feel like.
You insult me when you lose the argument. So
I'm not
women-
insulting you. I'm just describing what your behavior
Can I
is.
explain something? Did
Go
you know
ahead.
Did you know dogs can get fixed without having offspring first, but women can't? Why? Why? No accountability, and you don't ever hold them accountable either. You're pathetic.
What do you mean by fixed?
You don't know
Women
what
can get fixed before women can't get fixed before having kids. That makes literally 0 sense.
Oh, dude! Oh my
So wait, I have a
God.
question. Do you
You're
think
so
women that
uneducated, it's
do you think
sad.
that women that don't have children, do you think that they can grow as a person?
That's not what my.
Do you think
claim
that women
was.
who don't have kids are good people in some circumstances, at least?
That's not what my claim was. Do you want to?
So what do you mean by fixed? What the fuck does that mean?
Women in America, a lot of them in a lot of states, cannot get fixed. And if you don't know
What
that
does
means,
fixed
you-
mean? You're not answering the
Google it.
question. You keep restating it.
Like men can get a vasectomy, women can get their tubes tied, etc.
So by fixed, you mean you get your tubes tied.
There's numerous different things though. You can get, whatever. But tubes tied, sure, that's one of the.
So
many
by
things.
fixed, you mean tubes tied.
That's one of the many things. Yes, that's one of the 10 different
Okay.
things.
So, but you understand that you're saying, why is it reversible for men but not for women? Is that what you just
That's
said?
not what I said. That's not what I said. Do you want to repeat You want to repeat what I said?
Yeah, go ahead and repeat it.
Okay,
I'm just trying to clarify, man. I don't know why you're being
because
so
you're not
aggressive
rational.
here.
You talk to. Hey, you have 2 ears and one mouth for a reason. So try to learn that. Listen, dogs can get fixed without having offspring first, but women can't. And my question to you is why?
So you're trying to say that women specifically that get their tubes tied can't get that reversed?
Dude, dude, we need
Is that what you
something
mean?
else.
That because let me just
No,
clarify.
All right. No. Okay, I'll explain it. I'll explain it again. Dogs. All right.
And
most
why
women-
you're not
most
making
women-
any
hold on,
sense?
I'm
I think
talking,
that you
I'm talking,
I think that you're just not making any sense. What you're doing right now is
Yeah.
something called
I was going to
yapping.
explain it.
Go ahead, try.
Women-
But right now you're doing
Okay,
something called yapping.
Your lack of comprehension skills aren't my problem. Quit talking.
No, it's not my
So-
comprehension. It's your yapping.
Yes, it is. It is though, because most women in this country have to have a kid before they can get fixed. True or false?
So you're saying legally or personally?
Oh my god, dude! Hey, listen, buddy.
Oh, is it hurting your feelings that I'm asking a clarifying question?
No, it's crazy that you don't already know this.
I'm asking you a clarifying question. Can you respond?
No, I know, but it's like you're asking about gravity or
I'm
global
not
warming.
asking you about gravity. I asked you a very
No, I know.
clarifying,
Okay.
very, very clear
All right.
clarifying question.
All right, since God, I don't know, over 100 years ago, probably. It's always been like this. Women in most states are not allowed to get their tubes tied until they have a kid first. They have to
Okay,
have
so
their
you're saying
husband
the law.
permission.
So you're saying the law. So what about the law? You're saying because men create the law in a certain way, or because the law already exists in a certain way? You're saying in certain states that means that what? What are you supposed to take from this? What is the point?
I'll argue against that because men didn't create the law. Women had just as much to do with it. Women are.
By the way,
listen,
people are saying that
I'll
there's
tell
no
you
law.
why.
By the way, is this like he's claiming that
There
there's
is a
state
law.
laws? I'm not sure with the state laws because I'm not familiar with other state laws other than like my own in this context.
You're not familiar
But
with the
like
law,
people are
and that's
claiming
why
that
you're
there's no
ignorant.
other state laws.
There are a lot of different states with a lot of different laws and a lot, and like
Yeah,
I
but
said,
on
a lot
this
of states have
specifically,
that. What's your point? The point is,
did
I
you
think
just
that
make
women.
that up? Like, what's wrong with you?
No, I didn't. My point. It's a real thing. You can look it up. And my point is, women should have more rights than dogs. But why
What
don't they?
states? Can you tell me what states have these laws?
I imagine most red states.
Can you be specific with which ones?
You can quit being lazy and Google it because you're a yapper.
Wait, I'm the one being lazy, but you're the one making the claim? I think that you're the one that's lazy here.
Just because I don't want to look it up doesn't mean I'm not right.
It's actually
So,
really funny that he's calling me
Play this-
lazy
hey,
for not
post-
looking up his own argument.
It's fine. Post this on YouTube later and they'll make funny. I dare you.
I mean, yeah, you'll see in the comment section that we're all laughing at you, right?
Yeah, but I don't care.
Like
You're
I've literally
Democrats.
dog walked you this
Democrats.
whole
That's it.
conversation. Like you
I'm
don't even
very
realize that you are
smart.
just getting
I'm
absolutely
smarter than
destroyed repeatedly. Jewel, thank you for the $5, by the way. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Good some W's for Jewel in the comment section. Feisty, thank you for the $5. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Griffin,
Zach, thank you so much for the $20. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Zach, can we get some W's for Zach in the comment section right now? I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, I bet he does. He's really ridiculous. But then he's totally okay with Trump doing that, by the way. That would be the case. As well as Brandy, thank you so much for the $2. Thank you very much. Allison, thank you for the $1. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Sydney, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the $10. They should usually mention the recent find on CNN about the quote unquote Grape Academy. Yeah, absolutely. That does say a lot about misogyny, a lot more about misogyny than he could ever mention about anything relating to misandry. And by the way, he's just going to sit up here and say that I'm quote unquote grifting because he has no actual intellectual ability to respond to any of the arguments that I've made so far on the stream. And instead, he's just going to say that. But Justina, thank you for the $100. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Some W's for Justina in the comment section right now for the $100 on PayPal. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I struggle to understand what drives them beyond the explanations they give. Parker, you carry a heavy mental load. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Justina. Of course, I always will. It is so fucking horrible to see how many callers such as this guy literally don't give a shit about women and advocate for fewer rights for people in this country simply because it makes them feel more whole as a person themselves because they feel like equality for everyone else is oppression. It's ridiculous.
Liar, grifter.
Yeah, that's all you have to say. No intellectual arguments.
I actually did, and you resorted
Leslie,
to
thank you so
insulting
much
me,
for the
muting me,
floats.
and grifting.
So when you say I'm grifting, that means I'm dishonestly holding a certain perspective to make money. I'm not
Yeah,
dishonestly
you are.
holding any
Yeah,
certain
you are,
perspective.
because then why'd
What
you-
perspective am I dishonestly holding?
Why'd you mute me, and why'd you start grifting? You start insulting me.
One, you're not answering my
listen,
question,
as soon
and
as
two,
you
you're
tell me-
pivoting.
Hey, whoa. I listen. I know things, right? I have a lot of facts in my head.
I don't
Just
think
because I
so.
don't look them up, and I do. And just because you're too lazy to look them up, you're disingenuous.
You have a lot of
You're
facts in your head. I don't think you do.
Well, it's a fact that a lot of women in a lot of red states can't get fixed until they have kids first.
So-
and you look it up.
So
And
I'm
like,
waiting.
Keep
Name
grifting,
one
you're
single
perfect.
state. Name one single state where that law exists.
Hey Parker, where? Hey, I don't.
I'm
want you
waiting.
to
I'm
get
waiting.
like
Like that's your
Charlie. I
claim.
don't want
Can you
to
name
get like-
one single state where that
Yeah, I can.
exists? Go ahead.
Yeah, Ohio, Indiana. But listen. I
Okay.
don't
Wait.
want you to
Ohio.
get
What particular
Hey, I
law?
don't
Can you give me a
want you-
source?
Yeah, I don't want you to end up like Charlie Kirk. So you need to watch your fucking.
I'm waiting. Can you? Oh, you said. Oh, you don't mean to. Did you threaten to murder me?
Not me, but you can't talk that way to people, buddy.
Yes, I can. I can talk to you however the way I want. You just threatened to murder me? Leslie, thank you for the candy puffs. You are an insane person. You understand that you did that in front of thousands of people, right? You like threaten to murder people, and then you, by the way, you call us violent, or you say that we're the ones that are pushing people away. You just threatened to
It's a
murder me
fact.
because of a political
fact.
disagreement,
It's
sir.
a fact.
Sir, you just threatened to murder me because of a political disagreement, and we all heard you, right? And you're literally saying that we're the ones pushing people away. I think you calling for literally my death pushes more people away than anything that I've literally ever fucking done. Mention a single thing I've ever done that pushes people away more than you just straight up calling for my death.
Keep muting me. I dare
Respond to that specific point. I doubt you can.
Hey, well, listen. You keep telling me to look up sources, and it's already.
You see how he's going to pivot and not respond to that specific question I just asked?
I will what? I'm responding to everything. You said like 10 different things on your mutant.
I understand that you can't keep up, sir. I understand that you might
can't
not be
keep up
smart
with
enough to
it.
keep up, but I said it very succinctly for you. It wasn't very complicated. Do you want me to explain it one more time for you? Do I need to repeat it one more time for you? You threatened to murder me, and listen, buddy. Hey, listen, buddy. Listen, buddy. Listen, buddy.
Hey, I see you in real life, Parker. You don't act this way in real life. So you need to shut your fucking
You don't
mouth.
see me in real life.
I see you. I've seen you at MAGA rallies. Keep yapping, Parker.
At what MAGA rallies? I've only ever been to one with Dean where we debated people. I've never been to multiple.
And you don't act this way in real life.
I do act this way in real life.
No, I promise you don't.
I absolutely do. You can look at it. You can watch the videos of me debating people in person, and I act the same way. Wait, didn't you guys complain about how I acted this way with Charlie Kirk?
Hey, the point is, you said that.
Wait. Didn't you complain about how I acted this way with Charlie Kirk? I won't act this way in person, but you can watch a video of me doing it against Charlie Kirk in front of literally tens of millions of people.
Not like this. You wouldn't.
It is like this.
No,
what are you talking about? I totally did this.
No.
What did I tell me? What did I not do?
No, not with me. Hey, well, I thought you wanted to talk about the.
What did I not do? Tell me. What did I not do? What did I not do?
Why are you getting all she-motion?
What did I not do?
You wouldn't do this.
What did I not do? What did I not do? He can't answer this question. He's getting emotional.
You didn't act like this to my face because you.
I did act like this way. I did act this way specifically to Charlie Kirk.
Not to my face. Not to my face.
Because I would never go near you because you had just threatened to murder me.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't. Play it back.
Yeah, you. Okay, so what did you say?
You can't. If you get Charlie Kirk.
No. Tell me, what did you say?
I just said it.
Say it one more time.
You could get Charlie Kirk talking to people this way. Be humble or be humbled.
No, I think that you said something like that happened to Charlie Kirk is going to happen to you. That's what I remember hearing. If I misheard you, I apologize.
Look it up. Look it up.
I'm pretty sure you said that. You said like something that whatever happened to Charlie Kirk is going to happen to you.
No, I don't care what you think. And the point is.
Do you want me to go back and play it?
Yeah, go ahead. And the point is, Parker.
Alrighty, so be quiet.
You wanted my source.
Hey, dude, just be quiet real quick.
You keep telling me to look up sources, and it's already a fact.
You see how he's going to pivot and not respond to that specific disagreement, sir?
It's a fact. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Ohio, Indiana. But listen.
Okay, wait, Ohio. What particular law? Can you give me a source?
You're a crybaby bitch, Charlie Kirk. So you need to watch your.
I'm waiting. Can you? You said. Oh, you don't mean to. Did you threaten to murder me?
States can't get.
Let me play it back.
Kids first.
So.
And you look it up.
So I'm waiting. Name one single state. Name one single state where that law exists.
Hey Parker, where? Hey, I don't.
I'm waiting. Like that's your claim. Can you name one single state where that exists? Go ahead.
Yeah, Ohio, Indiana. But listen.
Okay, wait, Ohio. What particular law? Can you give me a source?
Yeah, I don't want you to look like Charlie Kirk, so you need to watch your fucking.
I'm waiting. I don't want you to look like Charlie Kirk, so you need to watch your fucking mouth. So, by the way, I had to kick him because he got a flag for harassment and bullying. No surprise there. But you see how he just lied? He completely lied about what he said. Yeah, I didn't mishear him at all. That was absolutely a threat to murder me. You see what I mean? That was totally a threat. You see how they can't intellectually engage them in arguments, so they have to threaten violence against me? That's just insane. Let's go to the next individual. Only do send a guest request if you meet that criteria. Listen to the TikTok screen. What a loser, dude. Imagine seeing someone you know in real life, like saying that to someone. Like that would just be absurd. I would literally never be able to like see that person the same way. Like that's just crazy. Like what the fuck? How do you go around threatening people like that? Yo, what's up? How old are you? Phoenix, thank you for the $5. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I don't know. It's absolutely insane, right? Absolutely insane. Alrighty, let's get this next individual up here. People in the chat saying, that wasn't a threat. Yeah, okay, buddy. Okay, bud. That was obviously a threat. Maybe you're having issues there with identifying that, but that clearly was. You're trolling in the comments. Yo, what's up? How old are you? How old are you? Alrighty, let's go to the next individual. He was warning me of what? Right, who was the threat? Who's the threat of doing that to me? Come on. You're not that dishonest. You know he was clearly saying that the threat was from him. Yotza, how old are you?
I'm 36, Dean. I mean, Parker. Sorry about that.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yes, but you guys are making me go the other way. Can
Okay.
you talk to me a little more and convince me a little more, if you would, please?
Sure, yeah. I mean, if you still support Trump, yeah. So, like, what's holding you on to still support Trump?
Just, I really don't have much on Harris or any of the other political people.
Like, you don't know anything about them?
Yeah, not really. I'm not really into politics, but I mean, I vote for presidents, but I don't get that much into politics. I mean, I understand he did wrong, which he needs to go to jail for. I will agree, and I think you and Dean are doing a fantastic job spreading the word. I
Well,
will
thank you very
admit
much.
that. I have nothing against you guys for being Democrats, but what I just don't understand is when why can't Democrats and Republicans just get along? You know, back in the '80s, there was no problem. Can you agree to that?
There are Republicans that we get along with, but the reality of the matter is that the MAGA Republicans that exist today are so extreme that it's limiting our ability to be able to get along with each other. Why? Because of the fact that the Trump administration is actively, right, straight up called for the execution of some Democrats because they said to follow the law and to not follow unlawful orders, which is something that Mike Pence said, by the way. Right? Mike
Okay,
Pence said
but
that you shouldn't follow unlawful orders and that he was given one specifically on January 6th and he didn't follow it because he cares more about the Constitution. But what I would tell you to do specifically is if you want to learn more about Harris, look at her policy website. Look at specifically the debate that she had with Donald Trump. I can tell you some of the policies, but I think that might put it down more specific for you. Now, in terms of policies, she wanted to expand tax cuts for working class people and people in need, such as the expansion of the child tax credit to $6,000 for the first year of a child's life, $3,600 through them being 5 years old, $3,000 through them being 18. Right now, it's around $2,300 per kid, and it would go up to that. And then also $25,000 tax credit for first-time home buyers for new homes, $2,000 cap on pharmaceuticals out of pocket, a $35 per month cap on insulin for everybody. And then also she's advocating for a universal healthcare system, specifically to expand access to healthcare in this country. Countries around the world have nearly half as much the per individual cost in terms of healthcare expenditure as what we have here in the United States, and they actually have better average health outcomes because preventative access to healthcare reduces the likelihood that people will die in the long run. And specifically, healthcare expenditure is something that we want to reduce costs for because it's one of the leading causes of bankruptcy.
Okay, so let me just ask you one more question, and I'll let you go because I don't want to keep you so you can't talk to other people. What happens if she becomes president, okay, and all this stuff that you just said that she wants to do, she doesn't do it all? How would you feel about her?
Well, I would take into consideration what she did and what she didn't do, and I would call balls and strikes on things I like and things I don't like, and things I think that they should have done and things that I think that they couldn't have done. And obviously, I acknowledge that, right? Not every single thing that someone wants to do is something that they can actually meet in terms of an objective. So, I mean, although I would prefer that if politicians like went towards like running for president as like, oh, here I have all of these positions, but here are the objectives that I want to meet for this position in office. Because like I do think that there's a distinction between the things you want and the objectives that you want to meet. But I also do think it's important to consider that the positions and policies that someone supports is what they're leading the country towards. So if we're going to be referencing Harris, her ideological positions are still very relevant towards like what she's going to be pushing the culture towards and what she's going to be pushing for in government. She also has a lot of bargaining power being the president because she either signs something or doesn't sign something. So the people in Congress have to consider whether or not the president would sign it.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you. And just one little other thing. I debated Dean the other day, and it kind of got heated. And then he started calling names: idiot, stupid. You might want to tell him that that's verbal abuse. He might want to cut that down a little bit. He does that a lot when he's talking to his people. He gets a little bit upset and starts calling names, and technically that's verbal abuse.
I don't think calling someone stupid or an idiot in an online debate is verbal abuse. If you think that's verbal abuse, you could think that, but I don't think that's verbal abuse.
Verbal abuse is using names against somebody, right?
No, I wouldn't consider that verbal abuse.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess you and my verbal abuse.
I think that's an insult.
Oh, okay.
I think you can insult people in this type of context without it necessarily going too far. I get if you're mad at that. I understand. But Layla, thank you so much for the watermelon love. Thank you very much. I mean,
Okay.
it depends on it depends on the context of the conversation. I assume there's something that
Right.
happened in the conversation that inevitably led to that. And by the way, I just want to clarify,
It
there are
just
times
gets
where
heated is what it does.
there are times where
It,
I respond in similar ways when people on the live stream are pretty insane or are unwilling to hear out arguments and things like
right.
that.
Right. Okay, sir. I will let you go, and you and Dean keep up what you're doing. Like I said, I'm a Republican. I've got nothing against you guys. Everybody's got their own right to their own opinion. So you guys keep up what you're doing. It's what keeps things going.
Alrighty. Well, appreciate you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Alrighty, let's go to the next individual. Only do send a guest request if you meet that criteria listed in the TikTok screen. We're just looking for some debates. Let's go to the next individual. Only do send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed in the TikTok screen. We're just looking for some debates. Only send a guest request if you meet that criteria listed on the TikTok screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 18.
Do you support
I
Trump?
turned 18 in February. Yes, I do support Trump.
If the election was held today, Harris versus Trump, who would you rather vote for?
I'd rather vote for Trump.
And what's your birth year?
08, 02, 01, 08.
Okay. Alrighty, why do you support Trump? Wait, you said
I
08?
support Trump.
You were born in August?
Yeah. No, 02, 01, 08. February
Okay,
1st.
got you.
I just turned 18.
You're good. Go ahead.
I like his, I really just pro ICE with everything.
Wait,
Just
actually,
really,
actually, before you do so, can I thank some people real quick? And also, I just want to clarify, you're not driving,
yeah.
right?
Nope.
Okay, just making sure. I have a few people to thank, and then we can move on to our conversation. Real quick, just give me a quick second. Let me go to the bottom. Tyler, thank you so much for the appreciate the $5. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Maybe. I don't think it was, actually. Amanda, or actually, wait, yes, it was. That must have been earlier in the stream. Amanda, this person just left. Okay. Amanda, thank you so much for the appreciate the $5. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I know, it's really weird. I don't know why he was using that terminology and also like trying to compare women to animals. It was really weird. Really weird. Ryan, thank you for the $20. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Ryan, thank you so much on Venmo. Jared, thank you so much for the $25. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. That's amazing. That's amazing to hear. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Put some W's for them in the comment section right now. That's amazing to hear. As well as Megan, thank you for the $5. Thank you very much. Of course, I really always will. Thank you so much, Megan. And you know what? That is so real. That is so real. Hudson as well. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the $2. Thank you very much. Did you see Pete Hegseth's Pulp Fiction speech? Yes, it's my title right now. Layla, thank you so much for the appreciate. You're amazing. Pete Hegseth actually quoted a fake Bible verse at a prayer, church service. And it was literally from Pulp Fiction, a fake Bible quote. And he literally read it off in prayer. So that was absurd. Oh, wait, here we go. I just got a violation for off platform. So maybe it is a thing that I can't say that anymore. Damn, that's really annoying. Damn, that's so annoying. Fuck, I might have to hit a restart or something. We'll see. But as well as Jay, thank you so much for the $1. Thank you very much. He said Trump is passing, or talk about NSPM7. Trump is passing LGBTQIA as a terrorist organization. Please talk about it. I'll have to look into that. I haven't seen that quite yet. Sierra, thank you so much for the $1.50. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you very much. I know, it's actually insane, right? Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. So is Ricky. Thank you for the $1.30. What's happening to Adam Cray too? It must be an issue. Let me see if it's what's off platform mean. It means if I say anything that, like, if I reference, like VP or whatever, what I was just referencing earlier, I think it's going to say that I am directing people off platform. But it hasn't happened to me before, so we'll see. Let's get this next person up here real quick. Let me see if I do have a violation for it that I actually can respond to. I don't have anything like on my account that says that. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hit the yard, Blinker!
Let's go to the next individual. Only send a guest request if you meet that criteria. List in the TikTok screen. Yes, it's Drew. Thank you for the galaxy. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's go to the next individual. Only do send a guest request if you meet that criteria. List in the TikTok screen. We are just looking for some debates. Alrighty. You have to apology? For the people who are asking, did people have to restart? For the people who happened to earlier? Did people have to restart for their algorithm to get fixed? Or did they just like keep going and it was fine? Yeah, they did. Oof. Yeah, it might make sense to restart. Should we do that, chat? Should we just hit a restart real quick here on TikTok? I think we could do that. Alrighty. We'll be right back, everyone. We're going to hit a quick restart. All you have to do is click the profile picture at the top left, click it again, and then refresh. I'll be right back. It'll literally take me 10 seconds here on TikTok. Or you can just go over to YouTube, and you can be fine over there. As always, if you want to, I'm going to say this before I go over. If you want to support me, as always, Venmo, PayPal, Linktree in the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube. As well as you can support me over YouTube Super Chat, as always. Had to say that before we go, because I can't say it on my next stream. All right, I love y'all. So ridiculous. And still carrying out violence in the West Bank. So no, that's just not true. Saying that there is peace between Israel, right, and Palestinians is just simply not true.
Siberia, Pakistan.
So Pakistan, India and Pakistan both did not claim that that the U.S. Played a role. India never even claimed that they were a part of it. What was the other one you claimed?
Pakistan, I think I said.
Yeah, I just responded to that one. What's the other one you claimed?
Thailand.
And Cambodia? So, you know that there are still skirmishes and violations that have continued after that?
Yeah,
that are reported on.
Other things are gonna happen, but the
okay. So like, what else
has been stopped? So I mean, those are just few. You asked for one. There was a few,
but those aren't true.
Well, just because you say they're not doesn't mean they're not, and that's the point that I'm trying to make here.
It's not just because I'm saying that they're not. And also, by the way, he said no new wars. He said no new wars. He started new wars. Like that's a blatant lie.
It was not a lie. Some things just happened to where,
he started the war. What do you mean some things just happened?
Because circumstances changed. So, I mean...
Okay, what circumstances changed?
Sorry about that. Well, nuclear, for one. Definitely, I think that would not be a... Yeah.
Nuclear? Man. Like, understand that he's the one that caused them to enrich the uranium more by literally pulling out of the JCPOA?
Sorry, I was picking up my trash can. What'd you say?
You understand that he caused them to enrich their uranium to a greater extent by pulling out of the JCPOA?
He encouraged them to increase their uranium.
No, he led to that happening because he pulled out of the JCPOA, which is an agreement that we had with Iran that limited their enrichment of uranium to 3.7%. Now it's at 60% because he pulled out of the agreement.
And why is that?
Why did he pull out of the agreement?
Yeah.
Because he said that the sanctions were bad, but by the way, the 10-point plan that he was willing to accept would have also caused that as well. Right, it would have caused there to be no sanctions, and it still didn't prevent them from getting nukes, so...
Okay. Well, again, main point that I was wanting to make is that I just truly feel like that you just kind of make allegations that aren't actually true.
Such as?
And I can't name any off the top of my head just as I'm scrolling.
So didn't you just make an allegation that you can't prove to be true?
Yeah, I guess so.
Interesting.
But you're saved on your, people can go and watch the videos and see. But
You said people aren't going to watch my videos?
no, I said they can get on there and watch and see the claims that you make. But
Yeah,
anyway,
but
someone
they're
just
not
stays
false,
on
and they can
here
see that
and
they're
just
correct, and they
kinda,
can look it up and see that they're correct.
again, I know I'm not the best person to be debating, but if someone, I just notice every time that someone who is capable of debating with you and they say something you don't like, you just kick them.
Again, you're not
And
capable of debating, it seems, then, based upon your argument. Secondly, I don't think that that's true,
I just
because
said
I don't
that.
think that there's any example that you'd be able to provide me of that being the case. I think you're simply just saying that
I'm
because
just
you
saying for
disagree with me.
people to, saying for people to listen, watch and listen to
Can you give me any specific
your
example?
point.
No, I don't have an example. So then what's your point? You haven't watched and listened enough to know a single example.
I just have so much stuff going on. I don't sit and remember the claims that you make all the time. But again, I just feel like anytime someone is on here that actually does know what they're talking about more than I, they get kicked.
Let me know where they are. I'd love to
So,
bring them back up on the live. Where are they
oh
at?
gosh, I would love for him to get on here
Let me
too. It
know.
seems
Give
like
me a
it's
name
always
of someone. Someone. I'll debate them right now. Where are they at? Because they're not joining my guest box.
Because they actually have lives and better things.
They have
to do.
actually have
The only
lives.
reason
I have a
I'm on
life.
here, it doesn't seem like it.
What makes you think that I don't have a life?
Because you sit in front of this screen.
Because I do
20
debates?
hours a day.
I don't sit here for 20 hours a day.
Yes.
I'm here for 4 to 6 hours a day. Okay.
Debating children.
Are you a child?
I'm not.
So no, I'm not
like I
debating all
said,
children. So
I
secondly,
am-
so I'm
got
coming here
on
4 to 6 hours.
because I
So you
had
just
a
said I don't
program.
have. By the way, he just claimed I don't have a life because I go to my work. I go to my job. I do work. That means I don't have a real life. Everybody. Parker
That's
Get a Job doesn't
no-
have a real life because actually
didn't
Parker
say
Get a
get a
Life. I
job.
tell you because he does
Actually,
work,
how about you
dude.
go and live life? Go actually
Yeah,
live
you understand
life
that? Wait,
instead of
do you have a
debating
job,
fucking teenagers.
sir? Do you have a
Yeah,
job?
I own my own company. Yes, sir.
I do too. So like if you were at your job, would it make sense for me to go up to you and be like, dude, get a life, dude. Go out and do something with your life. What are you doing, bro? Get a life, bro. Why are you at work, bro?
No, it's because you're sitting in front. Which again, I'm not trying to sit here and just do all that, but just get a life. Go enjoy life some more.
I'm
Instead of
enjoying life right
debating
now,
children.
dunking on Trump supporters. I very much
You're
enjoy that.
debating
Like,
children. No one that actually, has a half a fucking brain gets
exactly.
on
You don't have half a brain. Exactly. You just debunked yourself and didn't even realize
and
it.
then you do
You
that
unironically
shit,
just said that you don't have half a brain. You said I
You're a
don't debate
fucking
anyone with half a brain.
You are
That
a
includes
fucking
you, dude.
moron. No, it doesn't, dude.
Yes, it doesn't. I'm not debating you right now.
You sent me the link just because I wrote something in your comments. You
Yeah,
sent me
exactly.
the
So
link,
I brought you
and
up.
then I hit approve just because I had.
Yeah,
an
what did you say in my
explanation.
comments? You
Normally,
said I can't stand you in my comment section.
I
So yeah, I
cannot
sent you an invite because you couldn't stand me. And what happened? You got dog walked.
I didn't get fucking dog walked.
Yeah, you did. Every point
came
you've lost on.
here- I literally came on here saying that I don't talk about politics. This is actually the first time I've ever debated. I'm not even debating. I just got on here to freaking say my piece.
Sir, you said that I don't have a life and that I need to get a life.
Yes,
and
you
you
need
said
to get
that
a
wait,
life.
listen.
Get off the
You said that I need to get a life when I'm literally just at work, by the way. And hold up. And you said that I only talk to people. Listen. And you said I only talk to people. I only talk to people that don't even have half a brain. And I'm talking to you right now. That means I talk to you and you have less than half a brain.
You fucking moron. Does that mean you go to the grocery store and you talk to someone? Does that mean they have a half a brain? No, dipshit.
No, you said
I'm
on this
saying
live
most of
stream,
the
genius.
people that get on here.
You said I
and that
only
you
talk to
actually
people on this
debate
live stream. Specifically, you have less than half a brain, which includes you. I'm talking
This
to you
is
on the
the
live
kind of
stream right
shit
now.
You do. This is the stuff that
Yeah,
you
I
do
use your
that
own
drives
words
me
that you just said against
insane.
you. Yeah,
No,
insult me
drive
because I just used the own words that you just said against you.
Because I'm not on here to debate you, dipshit.
Yes, you are.
I
This is
said
a
that
debate
when I
platform.
started.
This is a debate
I
platform.
said that I wanted to get on here and just say my piece about the situation, not sit here and go through all this stuff because I actually
Well,
don't have
you're
time
doing that
because I
right
have a
now, so I
life.
don't know why you're complaining that you're in a debate live. Like when you're in a debate live, that makes zero sense. You decided to accept the request because you decided to say in my comment section that you can stand me because you're so emotional.
Yeah. No, it's because I just think that you should reach out. I don't know. I don't know how you could get a hold of some people that are actually above 18 years old that know what
I
they're
do.
talking about.
Oh, I
I
can't.
never
That are
hear.
MAGA because
I never
none of
hear.
them know what they're talking about.
I just never hear you
It's either
talk to
that they're
anyone that's over
misinformed or
18
stupid.
years
It's one or
old.
the other, you know.
Yeah. So,
Which
all
category
right.
do you fall within?
Probably more misinformed with several situations. I'll agree with
I'd
you on that.
probably
But
lean
it's
more
like I
towards the
said.
stupid.
Okay, yeah, and that's the thing that you do. The thing
You
that I
just
can't
insulted
fucking
me. I
stand.
insult you back, and then you get so
Because
mad.
you started it, you little fucker.
You
That's what
actually
you
called me
do.
an idiot first,
Jesus fucking Christ.
and then you try to say that I need to get a life first. That was actually you, buddy.
No, it's because of how
You're
you
melting like a little
respond to
snowflake,
people.
like you are, buddy. Crash
Yeah.
out, buddy. You're so emotional.
I am a little emotional, and it's because of you. God, I just cannot stand you.
Good. Thank you for the $20. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it on YouTube Super Chat. Thank you so much. Because W's for MM in the comment section right now. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Exactly. That's absolutely
You
not
try
America
to
first. That's
copy.
Israel first. Exactly, MM.
You
Corey,
try
thank
to
you for the
copy me.
$25. Thank you so much, Corey. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Because of W's for Corey in the comment section right now. Thank you so much for the $25. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Do Americans seriously not know the people have
You
been
said you call
shouting
that a
death to
job.
America all over the
You
years?
call
Yeah,
that a
I mean
job where people are
that is true. Of course,
donating to
people
you.
know that. Mr. Flinch, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you very much. Twice, thank you very much. Senj, thank you for the $2. Papa Wheelie, thank you for the $2. Thank you very much. Bear, thank you for the $5. Senj, thank you so much. Really appreciate the $5. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Navy, thank you so much. Really appreciate the $10. Thank you very much. Aaliyah, thank you so much. Really appreciate the $5. Yes, Pete Hegseth did quote a fake Bible verse. Jacqueline, thank you so much. Really appreciate the $10. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, no, I'll have to mention that one. Peter as well, thank you for $40. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Get some W's for Peter in the comment section right now. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. That's also very true, Peter. Hey, buddy, are you there? Indiana, did you run away?
I did not. I was
Okay,
actually.
okay. Throwing a pigs, thank you for the $2.
I was reading. So.
And Jenny, thank you for the $5. Okay, alrighty. So then, like, you think I need to get a life? What would a life entail?
See, and then you just stay on the same subject. I guess I'm just trying to get on here and just kind of shed some light a little bit,
To what?
To how you should stay on track when you're talking with people. If someone insults you or says one little stupid thing, don't keep running with that little thing. Like, say,
so
okay,
I
let's move
shouldn't show
on.
how absurd it is for you to say that I should need to get a life.
To keep going on and on about it, it shows how immature you are.
Okay. I don't care if you think I'm immature. You're the one who said that in the
Yeah, I
first
know
place,
you
and I'm
are.
simply just showing you that that claim is not fair.
I mean, I
Doesn't
think
that make you immature to say it in the first place?
No, I truly feel like you need to get a life, but that's just my opinion.
Okay, so then what does that even mean? What would that be?
means
Like,
I think
I'm
you need
just
to
asking
get
a
out
basic
I'm trying
clarifying
to
question,
say it.
dude.
Shut the fuck up. I'm trying to say it. Saying that maybe you should get out of your house a little bit. Maybe you should get
I
some
do.
sunlight. You're looking a little pasty, buddy.
I do. I do get outside. I live in Los Angeles. I go outside all the time.
Home of the liberals.
Yeah, of course. I love it here.
I bet you do.
I do. It's amazing.
You do. Well,
less people
go
like
ahead and
you.
stay over there, and I will stay over here.
Oh,
and
definitely. That we could definitely do that.
We'll see who wins come election time, if it's going to be Republicans or Democrats.
It's not looking like you guys anymore, huh?
No, I think
It's not looking too good for you guys, huh?
It's going to surprise you, buddy.
Really? Really? Yeah. Where? You guys are losing all the elections, dude. There's like blue areas in Florida that are popping up.
Oh, they're popping up, but they're going to pop right back down. And again, that's just...
They're going to go right back down when?
Propaganda.
After Trump broke one of his main campaign promises?
I think that might have done some damage a little bit, but once everyone sees...
after he doesn't release all of the Epstein files, even though he's legally obligated to do so?
See, dude, you just keep rattling off stupid shit.
He's so mad. Why are you so mad that like a blue tsunami is coming in, bro?
No, I was saying when people try to explain their points, you mainly cut them off most of the time. And then when they say that, you say, okay, what's your point? But then I done forgot about what we were talking about.
Okay, I'm so sorry. I won't cut you off anymore.
All right. So, let's see here. Yeah, you're definitely a little better at this than I am, just because you do it all the time. and you've got your resources pulled up in front of you.
I have literally nothing pulled up.
Well, I mean, again, this is your job. So come to my job, and I'll be able to.
So then why are you telling me to get a life
Sweet.
because I'm at my job? That makes 0 sense.
I guess so.
It does, doesn't it? Like, that's like the most ridiculous
what I
thing to say
see-
ever. If it's my job, why'd you say get a life, dude?
I mean, I don't know. I just see like all the kids that you're debating with is what pisses me off the most. You know, it's people that don't know what they're talking about. And again, I'm kind of included in that right now. 'Cause
I mean, you're the one acting
don't
like a
know.
kid right now when you can't give me an actual argument. You're just complaining. Give me
I
an
am
actual
complaining.
reason why you
That's
support
what I got
Trump.
on here to do was to complain. I made that.
Of course
my
it is.
whole
Of course it is. That's incredibly immature of you. Now, can you give me a reason why you support Trump?
I support Trump because he is for the people.
Okay. Can you name one policy that he's passed in benefit of the people? You swiped out of the app. I can't hear you.
When I do that, it's just I'm looking over at my other page. Give me just 1 second. I don't know. I just like Trump Daddy. He's the man.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. You're just in a cult. You have no other policy, no policy you can mention that he actually benefited people with. No policy? Seriously? You support the rapist and you can't even mention a single one of his policies? You just called him daddy? Okay, there's no way you're serious right now, dude.
I'm so serious.
Can you give me an actual point?
Well, to go back to what I was originally saying is I am not into politics and I don't debate. And I can't sit here and argue with you about the things that he's done and hasn't done. But with what's going on with Iran, I feel like everybody's going to see the bigger picture once it plays out all the way.
Okay. So let me know where these educated Trump supporters are. I'd love to talk. I'd love to talk to them.
Okay. Well, I mean, I can turn you on to one.
What's his name?
William Mosier, Rick Mosier.
Is he on TikTok?
I think so. I know he's on Facebook. I can probably.
You should get him to come into the stream.
I'm sure he's working right now, but I will work towards that. So, because he is definitely better at this than I am, and
Yeah.
you know,
Try to get your best MAGA buddies and tell them to come on the stream.
I will, and I promise you that it will do some damage. So,
Yeah, I'll be waiting because if you can't stand me,
is there
maybe
an
you need to
easy
send
way
one of your
to
people
get-
against me to
is there-
debate me.
Is there an easy way to, like, in the future, like tomorrow or something, that I can get back on with him?
Yeah, literally, just send a guest request.
How do I do that?
The bottom of your phone, it should say like you see like the two people in the bottom. It should be
Yeah.
like a pink and a blue person in the bottom.
Yep.
Yeah, that's all you have to click, and then it will bring up this page. You can click request, and that's it.
Okay.
Like I'll just show you right now. You see right here, in the bottom.
Yeah, mine's showing up gray right now.
Yeah, it should
but
be gray because you're on the stream. You click that, and then just click that.
Okay. All right, cool. I will try to do
Brian's
that.
in the box. Sorry. Yeah, but like that's it. So just send a guest request and I'll bring you back up, man.
All right, cool. Thank you.
Alrighty, I'll see you. Alrighty. Only send a guest request if you meet that criteria listed in the TikTok screen. We are just looking for some debates. Literally passport bros in the box. Speak, mute yourself, leave the live, or be quiet.
Good boy. Good
Oh,
boy.
what a good boy. What a good boy. So the next individual, only send a guest request if you meet that criteria on the TikTok screen, everybody.
I love to see us following the rules.
So the next individual, only do send a guest request if you meet that criteria listed on the TikTok screen, everybody.
Twitch stream program in the rain!
Passport Brian, everybody. Passport Brian. Let's get this next person up here if you want to support me. As always, link tree in the bio.
Hello, how are you?
Yeah, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 31.
Do you support Trump?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Election on today, Harris versus Trump. Who would you rather vote for?
I would rather vote for Trump because when I'm a conservative. I know I have a speech impairment. I'm sorry.
You're totally fine. Don't worry.
I'm just letting you know where I'm coming from, Parker.
Mm-hmm.
My father, my grandfather, my whole entire family is 100% Republican. When I started doing my own research, I looked at Harris and Trump. I felt like Trump won all the debates, and I heard a couple times when Kamala Harris was in her what is it called? Her showings when her crap, I forgot what it's called. Sorry. But when her rallies, she was sometimes drunk, she was sometimes not able to speak.
No, she was never drunk. I don't know where you
Yes,
got
she
that.
was.
Nope.
She was.
No, she wasn't.
She was 100% drunk.
Trump must have been recently because he said that he's drinking Diet Coke because it kills cancer because the Diet Coke kills grass. So it must have been Trump that was actually the one that was drunk because no other way could he make a statement like that, right?
Paco, I don't get you. I don't get you, Dean.
I appreciate you very much. We are looking for debates. Let's go to the next individual. Only send a guest request if you meet that criteria. List in the TikTok screen, everybody.
I didn't even know I was in the box until you brought me up.
Let's go to the next individual. Only do send a guest request if you meet that criteria listed in the TikTok screen, everybody. We are just looking for some debates. Only send a guest request if you meet that criteria listed in the TikTok screen. We are just looking for some debates, everybody. Let's go on to the next individual. Only do send a guest request if you meet that criteria in the TikTok screen, everybody. Mike, thank you for the $20. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, literally due to the more military intervention. Like, the reason is because of military intervention and because of a relationship with the state of Israel. Why would we double down on that? Like, that just causes more conflict, right? Jolene, thank you for the dollar as well. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Let's get on to this next individual. If you're on YouTube, hit that thumbs up. If you're on TikTok, tap that screen. Helps get it out to more people. As always, everybody. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Hello? Hello? Okay, let's go to the next individual. Only do send a guest request if you meet that criteria listed on the TikTok screen, everybody.
Yo,
what's up?
I
How
just
old are you?
want to say I square everything you're doing, man. Have a good rest of your day.
Appreciate you. Let's go on to the next individual, everybody. Only do send a guest request if you meet that criteria listed in the TikTok screen. We are just looking for some debates, everybody. Alrighty, let's go on the next individual. Only do send a guest request if you meet that criteria listed again on the TikTok screen, everybody. If you want to support me as always, link tree in the bio, everybody. Blueberry, thank you for the little wing. Thank you very much. Let's try to get this next person up here, everybody. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 27.
Misha, thank you for the hand heart. And do you support Trump?
Oh, yeah.
Election held today, Harris versus Trump. Who would you rather vote for? Okay, they just left. Let's go to the next individual. Do just give us a quick second, everybody. Only send a guest request if you meet that criteria listed on the TikTok screen, everybody. Sierra, thank you for the hand heart. Thank you. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hello.
How old are you?
I'm 42.
Do you support Trump?
I voted for him. I don't support everything he does.
Like, if the election were held today, Harris versus Trump, who would you rather vote for?
Oh, I mean, I just could not vote for Harris in any circumstance. I don't care if it was the devil himself against her.
Okay, so
Harris
you
was unqualified. She didn't even win the primary, so how could I possibly, in good conscience, vote for her?
Okay, well, it's because of the fact that it was the Biden-Harris ticket, so she was a part of the primary. If Biden steps down, Harris steps up. That's just how it works. 80% of the Democratic Party was satisfied with her being the nominee, along with the fact that if you cared about the democratic process, which, by the way, doesn't necessarily have to be maintained within the parties, if you care about the democratic process, you shouldn't have supported the guy who actively didn't accept the election results in 2020, who literally got 70% of the Republican Party to believe the election was stolen with absolutely no evidence, sent false slates of electors to the Electoral College to cast Trump votes when he didn't win to try to steal the election in 2020,
Well, it was a
etc.
very unique situation. I think even you would admit that. But as far as not accepting the election results, I mean, he felt he was cheated, and a lot of people also agreed with that. There was a lot of really questionable things going on. So for him to,
Not
just
really.
speak,
They're wrong.
he never, he didn't, fail to step down. It was a peaceful change of power. As far as him, he didn't, how can you really hold him responsible for what a group of people did just because he was, speaking his mind? He felt he got wrongly, defeated, and a lot of people also agreed. So
Because he pardoned the violent rioters who beat police officers and he called them patriots.
listen, a lot of those people. There was a guy who got 25 years who wasn't even there.
Wait, I'm talking about people who assaulted police officers. He pardoned the people who assaulted police officers on January 6th, and he called those people patriots.
Do you agree that there is suspicion that was an inside job, that a lot of people were placed there to incite?
Then why'd he pardon them?
No, I'm not saying the
And whose
perpetrators.
inside job was it? Trump was president.
The incoming. Listen, Trump was president. The FBI,
Under the Trump admin?
I'm sorry.
The FBI under Trump's administration?
Under Biden's administration.
No, under Trump. Because Trump was in office when that happened.
Not everyone who worked for the government was for Trump, even though he's the administrator. You realize that, right? A lot of
Yeah,
people
but like
didn't.
you're saying, it happened under his administration, and then there was also no evidence provided of that being the case.
Yes, they're full of mold.
And also, then why would he pardon them? So he pardoned the people that were trying to undercut him from within.
No, he pardoned the people that were
And by the way, also called them patriots too.
given overly harsh sentences for even being associated. A lot of people did not put their hands on any law
Hey,
enforcement.
dude, I'm not talking about the people specifically who just walked into the Capitol like idiots. I'm talking about the individuals, specifically who assaulted police officers, and the fact that Donald Trump pardoned them. You said, oh, how can we hold Trump accountable for all of the bad things that happened on that day? Because he actively was a part of it and pardoned the people who committed these actions. So you can't just completely ignore that. Like, literally, by the way, let me just clarify. That's literal, like, you could argue treason to this country. Trying to undermine our democracy, trying to instill threats into Mike Pence, right? And then also, by the way, calling for the deaths of some Democrats who said the same thing as Mike Pence. I think a lot of people don't talk about this. The very thing that those Democrats did on that video is the exact same thing that Mike Pence did on January 6th, was where he said he was given an unlawful order from the president and that he should not follow the unlawful order because of his oath to the Constitution. And by the way, when Trump claims for those people to be HANG'd, right, the Democrats specifically who said that, that is reinforcing the very narrative that those people were saying about Mike Pence in that situation. And that's something that not enough people bring light to. I've literally heard no one talk about this. Like, I actually don't know anyone else who's talked about this other than me, who I've just brought it up right now. I bet there have been some, but I've literally barely heard it at all. I haven't heard it myself at all. Morgan, thank you for the little wing. So, like, the point I'm making there is that I think that's what Trump's trying to do. And this is why I say it's a cast of terrorism. It's because he's trying to generate public appeal for those particular views in situations in which literally did have real world consequences. Like, if he's justifying those particular views in terms of Mike Pence, that's justifying those types of threats being imposed on his vice president for doing something that is not based upon what he wanted them to do, which then reinforces the intimidation and fear for his upcoming administration to do the very same thing if he wants to do it.
Everyone who was arrested for January 6th, they were held as political prisoners, held 23-hour-a-day lockdown. And by the time Trump got in office to pardon them, 4 years had gone by. So most of them were in jail for an extended period
Why don't you
of time.
just commute their sentence then?
Meaning what?
Yeah, if you think that their sentence is too long, commute their sentence.
To a shorter sentence? Or
Yeah, you could just end their sentence early.
Isn't that what he did?
No, he pardoned them.
Fully pardoned them, so there's nothing on the record? Is that
Yep,
what that, or?
nothing on the record at all, including the
Well, they
people
were-
who have committed violence.
They could have been put to death for what they were convicted of. and a lot of people think they should have. Do you think they should have been killed?
The people who committed violence.
Were they guilty of sedition?
No, I actually don't believe that they should be killed. Even so, even though I believe that you could argue that they committed sedition, right? If you want, I do think that or treason to this country or whatnot. I think that they shouldn't have been executed. But I do think that they should still be in prison for the people who have committed violence.
Okay, if there was any blatantly violence that was proven, I agree.
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
talking about people who were convicted, admitted themselves, were caught on video, and we have officer testimony of this happening.
there's also people saying that 6 officers were killed on January 6th. It's not true.
They're taking into consideration the people that unalive themselves after the events due to the PTSD, trauma, harassment from the media, or not from the media, from the people that are in support of Trump.
Okay, but why were the people who were there held accountable for that? I mean, that's out of their hands, really. I mean, they should be charged with murder.
I'm not saying that. We're saying that they should be charged with violence.
I mean,
like they should literally, and also it should be taken into consideration that this was to violently insurrect the country. Okay, this is a violent insurrection. Okay, to treat anything as anything other than such is to allow for these things to happen. And by the way, you're setting precedents that we could do the very same. But do you see how we actually stood against this and we didn't perpetuate the same narrative when we literally had the capacity to? We had the precedents. We could have done the same thing that you guys did, but we didn't do that.
For the government, that's undermining the election process, stuffing ballot boxes with.
That didn't. None of this is stuff that's been proved in court. All of it's been thrown out.
Oh well, these people got pardoned in court, so.
No, these people were pardoned for committing violence on January 6th.
They weren't pardoned for committing. They were pardoned by the president for whatever reason. He can pardon anybody he likes.
He pardoned. Oh, so you think? Okay, so you don't have issues with him pardoning domestic terrorists?
Biden pardoned his own son for firearms charges, and
yeah, but that's not for any violence.
I don't know about violence, but I know about bad behavior, drugs.
Okay, I mean, there's a big difference between that and violence, but. Kat, thank you so much for the Interstellar. Can we get some W's for Kat in the comment section right now for the Interstellar? Thank you so much. Always good to see you, Kat. What's up? How you doing?
Do you think Trump is a racist?
Thank you for the galaxy as well. Yes, absolutely.
Can you give me any evidence of that?
Yep. So he didn't run to black people in the 1970s. He called for the execution of the Central Park Five, even though they were exonerated based upon DNA evidence. He popularized the birther movement, saying that Barack Obama was born in Kenya to undermine him being president of the United States when there's a birth certificate of him born in the United States. He said that Haitian immigrants, because he saw a video of a person from Canton, Ohio, eating a pet, he assumed that Haitian immigrants, because the person in that video was black, he assumed that they're Haitian because of that. He assumed that they're eating cats and dogs because of that, and then perpetuated violence against them, literally by saying that on in front of the debates, in front of millions of people, which led to more violence targeted towards the Haitian community in this country. He created a video and posted a video depicting Michelle and Barack Obama as apes, and then defended it. Those are all very racist things.
Later, when he did call for their executions, they were convicted of what they were charged for.
No, he restated it even later on and doubled down on it even later after they have been exonerated.
Well, a lot of people don't agree with that exoneration. If you look into it,
they were exonerated on DNA evidence. So if you don't agree with the exoneration, you deny DNA evidence.
Not blanketly deny DNA evidence. I deny. Listen, you have to look into the details. But as far as
I did. They were exonerated based upon DNA evidence. Okay, you're literally just denying reality.
Trump also pardoned, was it Larry Hoover? He commuted his sentence.
So by the way, nice pivots, but like you acknowledge now that the behavior that he engaged in was racism?
Absolutely not. No, Trump is not racist.
Those were all racist things for him to do.
Minimums for.
By the way, you pivoted to racism. I proved you wrong, and then you tried to pivot away from it.
Not pivoting. No, I'm telling you that the Democrats are way more I mean, Trump is not racist.
Can you give me an example of Kamala Harris doing something racist?
Yes, I can. As a matter of fact, proclaiming her as a woman of color. She's Indian. She did not go. Her ancestors did not go through the terrible. None of her ancestors were slaves in America. But she ran on the platform that she was a woman of color. insinuating she was
So
African.
so she is a black woman, and you can be a black woman even if you don't have ancestors in which have been enslaved.
Black
I'm
woman.
pretty sure she does have ancestors in which have been. I don't see this argument to be clear at all. Her dad is Afro-Jamaican, and her mom is Indian. So you can be biracial. And do you think that there are any Indian women specifically who are people of color?
Okay, of course, Indian women are people of color, but I wouldn't say they're black women.
Wait,
Black
wait.
women
So
are.
can you be black and Indian?
You can be a woman of color and Indian, but
Can you be black and Indian?
No,
Yes, you can.
black is African American, and that's
Listen. Her dad is Afro-Jamaican.
Have adopted.
Listen. Her dad is Afro-Jamaican, and her mom is Indian. Is that complicated, dude?
Her dad is from the island.
Why is this complicated, man?
It's complicated because a lot of African women don't accept her in their community. She tried to
I've actually literally never heard a black woman dispute that she's a black woman. I think
That's
every
because
single time that I have heard someone dispute that she's a black woman, it tends to always be men disputing that she's black.
she was a social climber. She was a great politician. I mean, I give it to her. You know what I'm saying? She did her thing, and more power to her. But she is not qualified to be the president. Not at all. I mean, look at what the Democrats did. They left the door wide open for millions of people to come in here. Most of them were criminals, and that's why a lot of people have a lot of problems.
Can you like, instead of pivoting, can we just acknowledge the fact that she is a black woman?
She's a woman of color. I would not call her a black woman.
She is a black woman. And by the way, you just tried to say that you don't support her because she portrayed herself as a woman of color, and now you acknowledge she is a woman of color. Do you acknowledge that?
Support her. I don't support her on her policy or.
And again, so by the way, you saying that she's not black is you committing racism.
She's disingenuous.
This is racism. You know that, right? Like, you're literally saying she's not black when she is.
She's not African American.
Her dad is Afro-Jamaican. Do you agree?
No, I don't agree.
Okay, so what ethnicity is her dad?
If you could prove to me that her dad has African ancestry and he is a descendant of slavery.
Wait, hold up. Do you want me to? Wait, by the way, you can have African ancestry without being a descendant of slavery. I just want to clarify. But do you want me to show you a picture of her dad?
That's why I qualified it with. If she is a descendant of slavery, then I will take back everything.
Do you want to see a picture of her dad?
No, because the pictures don't matter. Someone can have dark skin and not be black.
Okay, well this is her dad.
That's great. I mean, I've never seen. Honestly, I'm not familiar with her father. To be completely honest, I was under the impression that she was of Indian descent. As far as I knew, she had zero African American in her blood. But
This is him.
if I'm wrong, I'll look into it and I will apologize. He
This
looks
is
like an
literally
Indian.
him, dude.
He looks like an Indian dude. That
He's
guy ain't
not.
black. That guy ain't black. And I am the least racist person. I tell you, I judge people on their character, on a person-to-person basis. I don't blankly make statements generally. I am
Okay.
racial.
You're being ridiculous, dude.
I am racial. Here's what pisses
You're
me off
being
about.
ridiculous. Why are you doing this, dude? Like, what benefit do you get from not acknowledging someone's race when they literally are? And by the way, Trump claiming he's the least racist person, right? You claiming you're the least racist person is very, very, very funny and ironic because, like, you just did racism and didn't realize it.
Listen, you know what I find racist? People that march on behalf of black people because they think that they're not intelligent enough to obtain a license or an ID to vote. I think that's the racism of low expectations and bigotry.
That's not the claim that I would make. The claim that I would make, for example, specifically, is that, right, there are voter suppression tactics that the right does try to engage in. For example, a poll tax, historically speaking, by the courts has been determined to literally have racist implications. That's what we're acknowledging. We're not saying that people can't get licensing. We're just saying that it's going to disproportionately impact people to prevent people from being able to vote, given that they don't meet this particular criteria, right? And they have to go get these extra documents on top, right? It's just going to suppress people or prevent people from voting to a greater extent. So that's the issue that we're talking about. And by the way, we have no issues with the integrity of our elections. There's no benefit towards doing this at all. We already have the integrity of our elections fulfilled. right? And they're just trying to cast doubt on the integrity of our elections so that they can fearmonger to then engage in more voter suppression. That's all it is.
Most of the population has issues with the integrity of elections.
So so why are you pivoting and trying to say that we're racist when clearly that's not racism, right? In order to be able to try to deflect away from the racism that you just committed, right? Specifically trying to undermine Kamala Harris's blackness and being a black woman.
I would never make a blanket statement about all people, but I will point to specific people being racist, like Biden with mandatory minimums for different types of COCAINE. That destroyed the black family unit, and that's where a lot of their problems arise from.
Okay, so let me explain. So you said the crime bill is what you're trying to reference, is the reason why you think that Biden's racist? One, he disagrees with that bill, and two, let me just clarify. He wrote the violence against women aspect of the bill. All right, and then also in terms of the bill, I also just want to acknowledge it was also endorsed by the Congressional Black Caucus. Okay, so it was vastly supported across the entirety of politics back then. It was bipartisan, and it's something that bipartisanly people have gone back on.
Doesn't make it right.
I never said it made it right. I'm just saying that like it's something that bipartisanly was done by Republicans, Democrats, the Congressional Black Caucus, right? And it was a bipartisan thing, not specifically just Biden. And the part of that bill that Biden did add to it was the violence against women portion.
What about the statements he made? If you're not with him, you ain't black.
Yeah, like I can acknowledge that these are racist statements, but I can acknowledge that he apologizes for them. He tries to do better. He actively educates people to not engage in this particular behavior and advocates against those things. And I think that's completely different from what we see with Donald Trump. And I think that if you engage in these particular behaviors, you can acknowledge them and change over time. Whereas specifically with Donald Trump, if he perpetuates this continually, he hasn't done that. There's a big distinction. And also, like, you have to reach back to Biden when the candidate's Harris. I asked you what racism Harris engaged in because you were claiming that she was like racist. And then you tried to claim that she was racist because she was portraying herself as a woman of color. You acknowledge that she's a woman of color and then still haven't acknowledged the fact that you tried to claim that she was racist based upon that.
She hijacked the story of the African-American slave descendant. I think she ran on that.
I don't think she talked at all about that. Can you give me one time where she talked about that?
Not specifically off the top of my head, but
like I'll give you time to go look it up.
And just like Biden, when they
I'm actually serious. I'll give you time to go look it up.
The book in the South and the Deep South, it's the affection in their voice. I mean, you know it. You know when you know something, but you can't articulate it. That's most of my feeling. You know, I don't.
That makes no sense. I'll give you time to go look it up if you want to find it.
What of Harris doing something racist?
Yeah.
Okay, give me 1 minute.
Okay, alrighty. Laurie, thank you so much. Really appreciate the $20. Thank you very much. For why is Donald Trump so upset that he's a very white man? Why does he employ orange goop in the effort to appear tan? He obviously values tan/darker skin. At least orange skin for himself. He literally tries to make himself look orange. It's so I don't know why he picks orange. Like there are so many different ways to like get tanned that don't make you look orange. You know, it's just like he just likes that orange look, I guess. Dustin, thank you for the $20. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. They claim that she wasn't qualified to be president. Cannot give one reason why Trumpy Prue is qualified to be president. It's just misogyny and racism. True. Thank you so much. Trey, thank you so much. Really appreciate the $2. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Esther, thank you so much. Really appreciate the $5. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Absolutely. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I totally get you there. It's absolutely insane, some of the people that come up on the stream and say this. But thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Esther. Thank you. Thank you. Marg, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $10. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Said Africans were brought to Jamaica as slaves by British colonies. Absolutely true. Absolutely true. Get some W's for them in the comment section as well. Brandy, thank you so much for the $1 as well. Thank you very much for 33 of the January 6 pardons have committed crimes, mostly brutal essay to kids, women, and murder. That's absolutely insane. Kelly, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $5. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I actually haven't seen that. I'll have to make sure to look into that, Kelly. Thank you very much. Jolene, thank you for the $1. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I think I am fully caught up. If you want to support me as always, Linktree in the bio. Or in the description of the YouTube, everybody. If you're on YouTube, hit that thumbs up. If you're on TikTok, tap that screen. Let's try to get to 2,000 likes if we possibly can. Everyone, we're probably just over 1,000 likes here on the YouTube right now. We're about 2.5 hours in the stream, meaning we have about an hour and a half left on the stream so far. Just letting everyone know that the title of my stream, is about Pete Hegseth faking a literal Bible, or having quoting a fake Bible verse at a church service. And he literally, it was absurd. I recommend everyone look into that. It's actually crazy. Actually crazy. It was really embarrassing. Really, really embarrassing. He quoted Pulp Fiction and didn't know it. Thank you for the DJ classes. Thank you. Alrighty. Did you find what you're looking for?
Well, I found her prosecutorial record. She disproportionately locked up African and Latino men in droves for marijuana crimes.
Oh, well, I have to kick you now because you can't say that on the live. Do you have a second account?
I'm sorry?
Do you have a second
what?
account?
I do. Well, under my girlfriend, he'll probably say Heather.
Okay, I'll look for you because I have to kick you and go on to the next person. There's actually no data on race at all in relation to the claims, or in relation to the people that were, prosecuted. And it was prosecuted for violations of probation, not for specifically just the possession. And even so, she advocates for federal legalization, has been doing so for decades at this point, one of the largest proponents of doing that, whereas Donald Trump hasn't. Zach, thank you for the $20, by the way. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I love how when pointing out that rich old white person says something racist somehow negates their rich old white person being racist. I know, right? Like, what? It's absolutely crazy. Tobin, thank you so much for the $2. Thank you very much as well. Let's make sure to go into this next individual here quick. If you're on YouTube, again, hit that thumbs up. If you're on TikTok, tap that screen. Let's get this next individual up here. Alrighty. I'll look for them to see if they're in the box, but let's just go on to the next person in the meantime. Calm down. Thank you for the $5 as well. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I actually haven't seen the Leaving MAGA website. I've never seen that. I'll have to look it up. Yo, what's up? How old are you? How old are you? Okay, let's go to the next individual. Let's get this next person up here. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 18. What's up, Parker? It's me.
Do you support
Trump?
Trump?
Again. You already know, man. It's me again. You don't remember?
When did I debate you, like yesterday or something?
No, it's earlier.
Today?
Yeah.
Why did I kick you or something?
No. It's because I wasn't really like in a moment. But I want to talk about remember what the last time we talked was about abortion?
What is the reason I kicked you?
No, you didn't kick me.
Okay. So did I convince you? Did you change your mind?
No, I just want to talk about abortion again. Because now I remember.
Okay, you're not really telling me why.
No, you didn't kick me. You didn't kick me.
Yeah, did you see you have to leave or what happened?
Yeah, I had to go, remember? I told you.
Did you get a flag?
No. I'm all good. We're all good. Don't remember me?
I do remember you. I just don't remember the reason why.
No, it's because
you just had to go. Okay, all right.
We're already I had to
go.
go.
Go back to your point.
Yeah. So now, all right, back to abortion. Yeah, I don't agree with abortions because not because I'm not saying that women are forced to keep the baby. It's like, again, it's their choice. Yes, your body, your choice, right? I see it as like a test, because, obviously, getting raped is wrong. I don't agree with that. But I also don't agree with, a woman having to abort a child that, God himself created. In the Bible, I forgot what
Numbers
verse.
5, it tells you specifically to get an abortion if you cheat on your husband and become pregnant because of that.
Wait, what?
Yeah, in Numbers 5, it tells you to get an abortion in the context of you cheating on your husband and becoming pregnant because of that.
I mean, would a little girl have a husband at the time?
What? I'm giving you an example of Numbers 5. And of the Bible, it's saying that abortion is okay in this context.
I never heard of that in my life. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, it's the drinking of the bitter water, right, to induce a miscarriage, and an intentional miscarriage, right, is an abortion.
Can I get my sister real quick? Real quick.
Why do you need your sister?
To clarify this.
Is
So
she
she
a
got a
Trump
little chat with
supporter?
you, yeah? Yeah, she is.
Okay.
Not like a diehard though. Hold on, let me just get it real quick. Bear with me, guys. I'll be back.
Okay. I don't know what's going on, chat. I don't know what's going on. Trey, thank you for the $5. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, I think he probably misspoke. He probably meant to say is. I don't know why he just left. Okay, all right. Devin, by the way, thank you for the $2. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Thank you. That's amazing. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. That's great to hear, Devin. Lexi, thank you so much for the $2. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, he's interesting there. Connor, thank you for the $5 as well. Thank you very much. Alrighty, let's just get the next person up here, everybody. Only do send a guest request if you meet that criteria on the TikTok screen. Let's get this next individual up here, please. Let's get this next person. I got a lot of trolls in the box. We are just looking for some debates, though. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Hello? Okay, let's go to the next individual. Only do send a guest request if you meet that criteria listed on the TikTok screen, everybody. Alrighty, do give it a quick second. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
6'7". I'm 6'7" years old.
Only send a guest request if you meet that criteria listed on the TikTok screen, everybody. Again, we are just looking for some debates. Alrighty, let's get this next person up here. Yeah, those are birds, everybody. Those are birds. It's the guest pet birds. We have like only trolls in the box, everybody. I don't even know if there are Trump supporters willing to debate me anymore. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Kick me if you like beep in your butt.
So the next individual, only send a guest request if you meet that criteria list in the TikTok screen.
I know, bro.
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Yo, where's Dean at?
Do you support Trump?
Yeah,
Election held today, Harris versus Trump. Who would you rather vote for?
my boy Trump.
And what's your birth year?
2007 March.
Okay. And you said 2007 March, and you said you're how old again?
19.
Okay, why do you support Trump?
He's got a big dick.
Okay, what a weirdo. Let's go to the next individual. Only send a guest request if you meet that criteria listed in the TikTok screen. We are just looking for some debates, everybody. Only send a guest request if you meet that criteria listed on the TikTok screen, everybody. Let's get this next person up here. By the way, BH, you can unmute whenever you're ready. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Are you back?
Yep.
Did you get your help you
So
needed?
I don't have knowledge on that, right? But why would okay, so you said somewhere in the Bible, right? Talks about that
Numbers 5, it literally talks about you should get an abortion in that context. You can go read the verse if you'd like.
Can you read the whole thing?
I got you. Alrighty. Alrighty. Give me one quick second. I need to go to the Bible Gate thing to be able to fucking read it.
Alright, take your time.
Alrighty. Why does it have on the King James Version? That's so cringe. 1 second. I need to switch to a version that I can actually read.
Okay.
Okay,
I'm sorry with my birds.
Alrighty. You're fine.
Alright.
So It's going to take so long to read. How about you just read it yourself? I'm not going to sit here and read something off for like 2 minutes. It's a long verse. If you want to go read it, you can. I'm not going to do that on the stream, actually.
I'm saying like Will.
Yeah, just go read the verse, man. In Numbers 5:11 through 31. Alrighty, let's go to the next individual, everybody. Only do send a guest request if you meet that criteria. Listen on the TikTok screen. If you're on YouTube, again, hit that thumbs up. If you're on TikTok, tap that screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
18.
Do you support Trump?
Yeah.
What's your birth year?
October 18, 2007.
Okay, what month?
Oh, October.
You said October, sorry. Why do you support Trump?
I don't really know, to be
Did you
honest.
say 2007 or 2008?
2007.
Okay, all right. Why do you support Trump?
I don't have like a main reason. I kind of just like, I don't know.
All right, let's go to the next individual, everybody. Only do send a guest request if you meet that criteria listed on the TikTok screen, everybody.
I'm sorry, Parker, but give me a quick moment just to research it. All right, just to find it.
Hey, buddy, just go, send a guest request back when you're ready. Yeah, what's up? How old are you?
18.
Do you support Trump?
No.
Let's go to the next individual, everybody. We are just looking for some debates. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
37.
Do you support Trump?
I'm a blue collar worker in the South. What do you think?
I don't know.
Hell no. Fuck Trump. I love you, Parker.
I was going to assume not, honestly. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
50.
Do you support Trump?
No.
Okay, everybody, we are just looking for some debates, everyone. Only do send a guest request if you meet that criteria listed on the TikTok screen, everybody. We are just looking for some debates. Only send a guest request if you meet that criteria listed on the TikTok screen. We are just looking for some debates, everybody. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
19.
Do you support Trump?
Yes, I support Trump.
Election on today, Harris versus Trump. Who would you rather vote for?
Trump.
What's your birth year?
07, 08, 06.
Okay. Why do you support Trump?
Because while I support us deporting foreign invaders. That's the main thing right there.
And who are these quote-unquote foreign invaders?
People that came to the country illegally, crossing the border illegally, overstaying their visa, not supposed to be here. No citizenship. I can go more,
Okay, what makes you think that they're invaders?
Because they're coming here and they're hurting U.S. citizens.
How?
Because we have U.S. citizens that have been unalive.
But so they should only the people specifically who are unaliving people should be removed then?
No, I believe that we should be cautious and deport people who doesn't have the right citizenship, because when you come to a country, you have to come to the country the correct way. You can't come here and then expect to leech off of the system. Or because like if I was to go to a different country, I overstay my stay, I'd be deported.
Okay, so they're not leeching off of the system, and also I would like to make the legal process go quicker. I think that providing mass amnesty to undocumented immigrants who have not committed a violent crime or bad crime is a part of that process. I think that would allow for us to focus more on individuals who have committed violent crimes and bad crimes than just people who are coming here for a better life, if we specifically did that. So what makes you think that, one, they're leeching off the system, and then two, also that we should deport people who have not committed violent crimes or bad crimes?
I think they're leeching off of the system because y'all expect them to get everything handed to them like mass amnesty right away when they become citizens. I don't believe that we
Did they
should do
currently
that.
get that right now? Do they currently get that under Biden's administration? No. So they were not getting everything handed to them. They're not leeching off the system. So you're saying right now they're not leeching off the system, but you're saying if they get a quick legal process, they would be leeching off the system.
Parker, I could have gone on further, but you got to let me talk, man. I'm going to let you talk. You let me talk. That's how it goes.
So I was just clarifying, sir.
I know you're clarifying, but just let me finish talking, then maybe you can clarify afterwards. I think that would do good for both of us. So, like I said, that we shouldn't have people coming here illegally. It's a slap in the face to the people who have to wait 10 to 15 years to become a U.S. citizen. I don't believe that we should sit there and just let anyone become a citizen. No, people who have to wait 10 to 15 years, hardworking people that are immigrants, legal immigrants, are the ones that deserve, everything. They the ones that deserve it because they actually work to get here, not the people that just come here and we like, oh yeah, you can become a citizen, you can become a citizen, you can become a citizen. No, it's a liability. It's a liability because U.S. citizens have been hurt. I can name so many right now. I can name at least 20 U.S. citizens that have been unalived. Do you want to hear those names, or do you agree with me that it has been unaliving of U.S. citizens? Because I can name them.
I agree that U.S. citizens have been unalived. I just don't think that undocumented immigrants are proportionally more likely to do these things.
But
And
that's the
or
thing.
I thought we were waiting until after we're
Yeah,
done
my
to
bad. That's why
clarify.
I paused. That's why I paused. Go ahead.
Okay. So I don't think that we're going to just let anyone come through. I just said people have not committed a violent or bad crime should be given a pathway to citizenship, and we want to make the legal process go quicker. Us making the legal process go quicker for some individuals does not mean that they're leeching off the system. Leeching off the system would be like using governmental benefits without specifically providing into it, which is not what immigrants are doing. Immigrants are providing into the system. Immigrants actually over the past 30 years have decreased the level of deficit by $14.5 trillion. We've also seen an increase in employment rate of natural-born U.S. citizens, an increase of wages for natural-born U.S. citizens, etc. I can send you a National Bureau of Economic Research called Immigration's Effect on U.S. Wages and Employment Redux if you'd like to go look that up.
Okay. So, I mean, what about this people that have to wait 10 to 15 years to get here? What do you say about them? That they have to work that hard to get here just for people to come here and then get everything handed to them?
So I think that just because people in the past have had to work harder for these things doesn't mean that we should make it easier for people in the future. Like, for example, in the past, your argument could have been used to say that we shouldn't provide K through 12 education for people because people in the past had to pay for it for their children.
Well, I have a lot of immigrant friends that are legal now, and I think it's a big slap in the face to them because they had to wait 10 to 15 years and have to actually work to get here. I
It shouldn't
understand,
take that long.
but the thing is, I don't believe that it shouldn't. I don't believe that it should be. This is the one thing that we probably can come to common ground on is that I don't believe that it should be that long for people to become citizens. I believe it should be like 5 years max or less. That should be it right there because. I have friends that are still not here, not able to come here because they're not legal. And that's the thing. And I believe that it should be made easier, which is what the Republicans are kind of doing. They're trying to make it impossible for people to become a citizen. But that's the one thing I can disagree with them upon. I believe it should be 5 years max. You should be able to.
5 years takes way too. 5 years is way too long. But making the legal process go quicker is in alignment with Democrats, not Republicans.
So you're just wanting to hand everybody everything?
No.
That's pretty much what you're sounding like it because the fact is that if you can hand anybody, how do you know who committed what crime? There's immigrants that actually don't get caught from committing crimes. How you just hand them mass amnesty? You just give them that.
That's
that
true
right
for
to
citizens as well. How do we identify that? Law enforcement.
The thing is, we're not talking about citizens. We're talking about illegal immigrants here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so illegal immigrants.
And they're proportionally less likely to commit crimes according to data.
Yeah, but the thing is, I knew you was going to say that because y'all use that same statistic all the time in every single debate because we're not talking about what citizens commit crimes. We're not going to want to wait until the immigrants start the rise in the crime rate. We're not going to want to wait.
You guys are just scapegoating undocumented immigrants, but you vote for a rapist.
But we're not talking about that. We're talking about immigration.
The president of the United, if the
what are we
immigrants that
about,
we're
Parker?
referencing had done the same
You're
thing,
pivoting so hard.
If the immigrants,
we can get to that later.
If the immigrants coming to this country had done the same thing.
Let's actually sit here and talk about.
Let me know when I can speak.
No, because you're trying your best to pivot so bad.
I'm not pivoting, but let me know when I can speak without interruption because you made this big deal about.
Sit there and debate.
You made this really big deal about interruptions earlier. You made this really big deal about interruptions earlier. Like, would you like to let me speak?
No, because you're trying to pivot, and I'm pointing out that you're pivoting.
I'm not. Wait, but like. I could have said the same thing about anything that you've brought up. I could have made whatever explanation I wanted specifically to cut you off, but apparently you said that that wasn't justified, so we were supposed to let each other speak, right?
Go ahead.
Okay. So I do think that immigrants, commit lower rates of crime, right? There's data to indicate this, right? If an immigrant specifically had done the same thing as the president of the United States, you'd be using that against them to try to say this is the exact reason why they should be removed from the country. But you're unwilling to apply that standard to your president.
like I said, it's basically on immigration. We're not talking about the president currently. We're talking about why they shouldn't be here. You're trying to pivot away from the main argument because you don't want to give an actual opinion on that. The thing is, we have people like Lake and Riley, 22 years old, unalive by illegal immigrants. We can keep going. There's a 12-year-old Jocelyn. She's 12 years old, got unalive by illegal immigrant. We got Casey Chadwick, 26 years old. We have Larissa Thompson, she's 40 years old. She got unalived. But I can keep going down the list. I actually brung the receipts to this argument because I'm trying to stay on topic. This is the main this is the problem why we want stronger borders. We want stronger immigration laws. This is the reason why us Republicans want this, because we don't want to just let anyone into the country, because if you do that, it becomes a liability. Citizens get hurt. And the fact is, yes, you're right about, yes, citizens commit more crimes than immigrants, but at the same time, we don't want to sit here and wait till the rise of when immigrants start committing more crimes, start getting bigger. We don't want to wait. We want to handle it and execute it while it's at the lowest. That's exactly what you're supposed to do for your people. I can keep going down the list and naming more people if you really want me to. Police officer David Lee, 44 years old, unalive by an illegal immigrant.
Okay. Again, like I've already mentioned, of course, we don't want to wait for people to commit crimes. We want to hold them accountable or prevent that if we have the possibility to. I don't think that advocating for mass deportation actually does that. I think that the way to actually address that to a greater extent is by providing pathways to citizenship for undocumented immigrants who have not committed violent crimes or bad crimes, which would mean, again, all the people who have committed violent crimes or bad crimes who are actually a threat to the safety and security of our communities. We'd be putting more of our prioritization and time targeted towards them, because right now, 95% of those detained by ICE have no violent criminal record. So you claim citizens get hurt. I would claim citizens get hurt to a greater extent because of your policies, not mine, because law enforcement's more focused on individuals who are not a threat to the safety and security of our population. Okay?
So
you giving examples of Lake and Riley or individuals specifically who have been attacked by undocumented immigrants is not evidence of a general claim. Like, I can give examples of people who have been attacked by U.S. citizens, even including the president of the United States.
Talking about US
you don't give a shit about
currently?
that.
Are we talking about U.S. citizens currently? It's like you keep pivoting.
We're making a comparison.
The thing is,
sir, let me clarify. We're making a comparison between the two.
I mean,
because you're trying to say that
you
we should remove one from the country, but it wouldn't make sense to
remove
remove the other. Of course.
But the thing is, it's like we should not sit here and want to wait until something like that happens. You hand anybody.
You keep repeating that. I've already responded to that.
I know, and I'm gonna keep on going. And the thing is,
but you're not responding to what I've said in response to that already.
Oh my days, bro. You're not listening. You keep cutting me off. I just made that point, and I was going to make a whole nother point at the same time. You got to listen.
You keep repeating the same point. I don't think you're doing anything by repeating the point.
Let's play a game. We'll put on our listening ears. How about that? All right. You got headphones in. I know you can hear me. Let's put on our listening ears and actually use our senses that God gave us.
How about you make a new point?
How about I keep on making the points that are valid?
And make a new point. Go ahead.
I'm making a new point. The thing is, I'm making a new point, but you're sitting here defending. You're literally in a way defending these people, the immigrants that are committing this crime, because you're like, okay, we just hand anybody this. Their crime is coming to this country illegally. Their crime is coming to this country illegally. Oh, not having the right papers in this country. That is the crime that they are committing. Oh, bad crime. Or that's a crime right there. Coming to this country illegally. They shouldn't be able to be here. The fact is, those citizens would not be hurt if y'all administration that you voted for, I guarantee that they didn't let them in. That's exactly how that goes. These people would have probably been still living their lives if you didn't let them in. Y'all, it's your fault. Because you voted for them. That is the reason why we should not have these people in this country. And the thing is, yes, it should be a process. It's a process for everything. Why do you want to be more linear and just hand everybody everything? Why do you want to be so giving to people that you don't even know? And I understand. The thing is, we have to sit here and we have to we have to be cautious for our own people, not for, how would you say it? We can't just let anybody in because it's a liability for U.S. citizens to get injured, and I don't want no one to get injured. Just like if you were to get unalived by an immigrant, I would sit there and I would defend you. I don't care, even though we saw different different point of views, but at the same time, I would still sit there and argue the point that we should sit here and care about our U.S. citizens and not immigrants. We should let the immigrants come here the right way. That's it, and I'm gonna put it at that. And I want to hear what you have to say.
Yeah, so I'm not defending people who have committed violent crimes and bad crimes. I just clarified that I would like to focus on them to a greater extent to prevent them from coming to our country. And the way that we do that is by providing a pathway to citizenship for undocumented immigrants who have not committed these crimes. You keep bringing up this point of, oh, we're just going to wait for these things to happen. If they're proportionally less likely to do these things, it makes no sense to restrict that. For example, there's going to be a nominal increase in the amount of people who will be unalived by tourists. Should we ban tourism because it's preventable? No, that makes zero sense. No one's arguing for that because it's not making an argument that it's proportionally increasing or the benefits we have from it are going to make more for our society than we're going to see from the negatives in terms of like the nominal increase in crime. So there's countless things that we could bring up in terms of that respect. And then also in terms of being cautious for our people, I wish you would apply that same standard to the president because we didn't intentionally let in anyone who committed a violent crime or bad crime, and we want to deport those people who have done those things. But Donald Trump did release violent criminals who beat police officers into our society who even reoffended. So if we're going to be cautious for our people, I think Trump should have applied that to the people who he intentionally pardoned himself. And you guys should also apply it to the president of the United States that you support, who bragged about walking into the changing rooms of naked women while they're changing without the consent, where two 18-year-olds came out and said there were four girls as young as 15 years old in these changing rooms. Donald Trump would barge in. He was held civilly liable of sexually abusing a woman. He was credibly accused by a minor who got a settlement with the Epstein estate for sexually abusing her. We can give countless other examples of things that he's done that are absolutely disgusting and horrible, and yet you weren't cautious enough for the people of the United States that you were willing to say that you shouldn't support for him.
So which point do you want to debate? Because obviously you just brought up multiple points. So which part do you want to debate? Which one is your domain? Because obviously you're going to keep on pivoting. Let's hear it.
Well, you brought up multiple points, and I responded
Yes,
to all
sir.
of them.
No, sir. I
So,
stayed I stayed on the exact same topic. And that's exactly what I've been doing.
Yeah, so you just got a misinformation flag?
That's crazy.
You have a second account?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, what's it called?
Hold on. It's a new account. I don't know the name of it. I created it. I'll just.
Okay, well, I gotta kick you, so. They got a flag for misinformation. But it's ironic that they said, oh, you brought up multiple things. Do I have to respond to all these things? You're pivoting. After they brought up multiple things, I wrote them down and then responded to all of those things succinctly. So I simply just responded to the points they brought up, but somehow I was like pivoting or something because I responded to all of those points. He was saying making multiple points is pivoting, but he made multiple points first, and that's why I responded to those multiple points. Okay. Alrighty, we'll give it a quick second, everyone. We'll see if we can even see if they can debate or come back in the first place. Only do send a guest request if you meet that criteria listed here on the TikTok screen. We are just looking for some debates, everybody. Let's go on the next individual. Only do send a guest request if you meet that criteria listed on the TikTok screen, everyone. If you want to support me, as always, link tree in the bio, everyone. It helps really, really much to help like the stream, everybody. Hit that thumbs up as well if you're on the stream. It's absolutely free to do so. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Jennifer, thank you for the $5. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Connor, thank you for the $5 as well. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. It's brutal, right? Alexi, thank you so much for the $2. Thank you very much. Actually, I think I saw that earlier. Thank you very much. Mateo, thank you so much for the $30. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Absolutely a real job. People in the chat or people in the live stream who are crazy think I don't have a real job might not think so, but I think it's absolutely a real job. Catherine, thank you so much for the $12. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hey, I'm up. 52.
Do you support Trump?
Your prerequisite excludes valid debates. I have a debate against you. Give me 20 seconds to explain it because I have a serious debate against your approach to this.
Sir, there can be valid debates that I don't cover on my stream because they're about different topics than what I'm covering on the stream.
No, the same against Trump. It's your approach to it that I debate against.
Are you in support of Trump?
Absolutely not.
Okay, so let me just clarify
Give me
quick.
20 seconds to explain that your approach to it is wrong. Why is that not a valid?
No. Why no? Because it's not about that. This isn't what do you disagree with Parker and how he's conducting himself on stream. This is why do you support Trump? So are there valid debates that I'm not covering on my stream? Absolutely. But just because something's a valid debate does not mean you can come up onto my stream, violate my boundaries, just because you want to talk to me about that particular conversation. You can run your own stream. You can talk to people who are talking about those particular topics here on TikTok. You don't need to go onto a live stream talking about something else and force the conversation to change simply because you don't like the conversation that's being had. Let's go to the next individual. Only send a guest request if you meet that criteria. List in the TikTok screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 18.
Do you support Trump?
I do. Can you give me 15 seconds? I got to go to the stairwell real quick. I got to go somewhere quiet.
Okay. Well, how old are you again?
18.
And what's your birth year?
2008.
And what month?
February.
Okay. All right. Let me know when you're ready. In the meantime, I have a few people to thank. Delaney, thank you so much for the $2. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. I'll have to try to look if I remember later. But thank you very much. Heidi, thank you for the $2.50. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm happy that you can be able to read to listen to lives as well. I'm so sorry to hear that. I hope you're doing okay. Thank you so much, Heidi. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Sammy, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Sophie, thank you for the $5 as well. Thank you very much. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. As well as Catherine again, thank you for the $12. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, they were a bit brutal, weren't they? Thank you very much. As well as Jennifer, thank you for the $5. Thank you very much. And I think I am fully caught up. If I did miss your donation, I do apologize, everyone. What was your birth year again?
2008.
And you said 1 month again?
February.
Hey, everybody. Yeah, that's 18. I don't know why people are spamming 17 in the chat. Where do you guys see 17? Okay. Why do you support Trump?
I would say I'm not fully on the Trump train as much as I used to be, but I would say that.
Oh, you have in your bio that you're 17.
Okay, it's not updated. This is also a burner.
That's okay. Just needed to make sure.
I believe that it's more important to have a powerful figure in office like Trump than it is to have someone like Biden, who really was just a weak figure in office and can't say that he did much.
Okay. So, like, can you give me any specifics?
The border.
Okay. What about the border? Hello?
They end to remain in Mexico.
Okay. That's applied to the asylum process. That's a legal process of immigration.
They let in 3.5 million immigrants.
What's wrong with that?
Wait, I have another question.
Why? So what's wrong with that? Didn't we allow a similar amount of legal immigrants under the Trump administration?
Hold on, he did not. And
he did.
No, he did not. No, he did not.
Yeah, he did. We do around 1 million legal immigrants a year.
There was multiple sources supporting that he did not, and that he did a worse job.
Are you trying to talk about undocumented immigrants?
I was talking about illegal and undocumented immigrants,
Okay.
yes, before.
So yeah, there were more under the Biden administration, but what you're not understanding is that was due to economic insecurity all around the world because of global inflation. Did you know that there was a bipartisan border bill under the Democrats administration that they were supporting with Republicans to be able to try to get it passed and negotiating and compromising with them? And Donald Trump called for people in Congress to undermine that very bill and said, "Blame it on me if the border bill fails."
Well, when you were talking to Taxpaying American, he talked about the point very well, and I would say if you go to his YouTube and you watch the video that he uploaded, he covered points very well, and I don't think you were able to
explain how.
them. If you watch the video, you can.
Have
see
you watched the
YouTube.
video?
I have.
Okay, due to your comprehension skills, were you able to even explain it to us?
You would have to watch the video because it's
so
too
you
much
so you
information
you
for to
didn't
remember.
comprehend it.
I absolutely did comprehend.
Okay, so then explain it.
They stopped the border wall construction.
Okay, explain what about that? You said Taxpaying American explained it well. I'm waiting. No response? Hello?
The fact is that Joe Biden let in more, and that it's too much to explain in as out of the whole conversation and debate that you had between him.
Yeah, can you explain what he said in the video? Because you said you comprehended it. Explain it. If you can't explain it, it doesn't sound like you comprehended it very well.
Well, you're right. It's hard to explain because there's so much information. But if you watch the video, it's
Sir, you can't
very
explain
clear that
any
you did not
aspect
know
of
what
it.
you were talking about.
You can't explain any aspect of it. And also, by the way, let me clarify. You telling people to watch the video is ironic when you watching the video couldn't even allow for you to explain it to other people. Like, clearly you need to watch back the video if you think that it's good enough because you don't even know what the hell you're talking about. Also, by the way, how much did TPA pay you?
He did not pay me anything. I'm just a follower of his.
I don't believe you. Because you're like the fourth person that's come up here and done this recently. Like, I actually genuinely, at this point, I think he's paying people to do this. Who else would do
Not
this?
paying me. I follow his account.
He gets less than 1,000 views on each of his videos. What are you talking about? There's like a few hundred views on the videos. There's no way. I don't believe you.
I'm subscribed to the YouTube. I follow the TikTok.
How did you find it?
I'm in the lives
How did you find it?
through YouTube.
Okay, but how'd you find it on YouTube? Did it just randomly pop up on your algorithm?
Yes.
Bull fucking shit.
How is that bullshit?
Because he gets less than 1,000 viewers. What are you talking about? I do not believe that. That's incredibly unlikely. Okay? You are totally paid to do this.
Okay, if he gets 1,000 viewers, how are you going to refute that I'm not one of his 1,000 viewers?
1,000 viewers is not consistently or concurrent. That's 1,000 total views on that entire video, which includes even people who are who like me that are like hating on him.
Yeah, you're hating on him because he's living rent free in your head, and every time that he's gone up there,
Apparently not living rent free enough in yours to be able to even have the argument explained correctly.
Parker, listen to me.
Yeah, it's also the fact that 3 others have pulled the exact same stunt in the exact same way, where you guys like don't know how to explain specifically what was in the video, but you're telling us to watch these videos. Like, that's literally why I say it sounds like you got paid to do this, because you all do and follow the exact same script.
Every time that I've seen you and Dean up there, they're uploaded to the YouTube. I watch them, and you guys both have your points that you make, but his evidence that he gives to you, you guys can't refute it constantly.
Yeah, but you can't give any specific examples. You were totally paid to do this. If you're doing this for free, it's pathetic.
I'm not paid. I'm one of his viewers. I watch the videos. I don't
That's
know how,
pathetic,
I don't know
dude.
how else you want me to. Like,
Okay, so obviously, no, maybe it's just that all the TPA viewers are stupid and don't know how to explain basic things, right? Is that what it is? Like, every single person who's a TPA viewer, just doesn't know how to explain things or comprehend basic ideas?
Okay, well, I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm the most educated person on the subject.
No, but it's that you're saying this
person,
video
it's like-
proves me wrong, but you can't describe any aspect of the video that does so.
Okay, I'm sure if the guy was here, he would be able to explain it better.
Why
but
can't
I'm not gonna be
you?
able
You
to
watched
sit
the
here-
video, right?
Because you're more intelligent than me, Parker. Like, obviously, I'm not going to be able to refute
you not being able to
point like
explain
that,
it has
but-
nothing to do with my level of intelligence. Literally, you not being able to explain it has nothing to do with my level of. That makes no sense. Why would that have to do with my intelligence? It has to do with your ability to explain.
Well, I mean, for example, before you didn't like my answer of they were remaining in Mexico, but you couldn't refute it.
For people asking what TPA is, it's tax-paying American. It's some annoying person that comes up on the stream that always gets dog-walked by Dean and I. So, like, why come up if you don't know how to explain your views? Like, what's the point?
Because I see how he approaches it, and then I see how you and Dean approach it. You guys swear at him. You guys are rude to him on stream. And it's like he's one of the few people that come up on your lives and are actually able to converse with you and have conversations with you.
He cannot have conversations. You clearly got paid to do this.
Absolutely can.
Holy shit, dude. If you didn't get paid to do this, you are like his number one glazer. Like, you either got to be related to him, you got to know him personally, or you've got to be paid to do this. There's no other fucking explanation. Dude, genuinely. No one glazes him like this.
I really do. I'm not glazing him. I'm just saying he's.
Are you related to him?
One of the few people that comes up on the.
I have a question. Are you related to him?
Actually, I'm not related.
Do you know him in real life?
I do not.
No way.
His videos came up on my algorithm.
I just don't believe you. What's the name of his YouTube channel?
Real Taxpaying American.
Okay. And did he make you? I like how you had that loaded up. By the way, you had that loaded up, like he fucking told you to say exactly what it was.
I mean, I don't know how else.
He had that loaded up. Like I like how his memory works with that, but it's not working outside of that context.
Parker, I really don't know how else I'm supposed to argue that.
Did he pay you like $20?
No,
I'll pay you double what he paid you to admit right now that he paid you.
That would be lying.
No, it wouldn't, because he did pay you. I'll pay you double what he paid you if you admit it right now.
I have not been, Parker. I have not been paid by anyone to argue with you on this point. This is a person.
So you just glaze him for free, bro. That's crazy, bro.
I'm not glazing anyone.
You are absolutely glazing, bro.
The way that he debates you is not. No one else comes on the lives and is respectful about it.
Okay, how about you just give me a reason why you support Trump?
I listed before, is what I said before.
No, give me an actual reason without saying TPA. If you mention him one more time, I'll kick you.
All right. No men in the women's bathrooms.
Okay, so you wouldn't vote for someone who's done that?
Repeat that?
You wouldn't vote for someone who's a man who bragged about walking into the changing rooms of women?
But you don't support men going into women's
I'm just asking you. Can you answer the question?
And I'm asking you.
Sounds like you can't answer the question.
I'm asking you the question.
What question do you want me to answer before you're willing to answer mine?
Do you support men in the women's bathroom?
No. Is that it? Is that what you got?
I'm just waiting for an answer from you.
I said no.
Okay. I don't either. That's why I support Trump.
Okay, so if someone did do that and they're a man, you wouldn't vote for him?
If someone did do that and they are a man, I wouldn't vote for them. You're referring to Trump.
Mm-hmm.
I did not vote for Trump.
Would you vote for Trump if the election were held today versus Kamala Harris?
He cannot run.
No, if the election were held today, he could run. Kamala Harris versus Donald Trump, who would you rather vote for?
Today's day and age, it really does feel like picking the worst poison, but I would probably lean more towards Trump.
Okay, so you would vote for Trump. So
I would.
Answer my question then.
I would vote for Trump, and I would not vote for Kamala. I don't think that she.
But answer my question then. What was my question?
What was the question? Tell me again.
Oh my God, bro. Are you serious? We're gonna have you listen. I don't want to repeat it.
I don't either. That's why I support Trump.
Okay, so if someone did do that and they're a man, you wouldn't vote for him?
If someone did do that and they are a man, I wouldn't vote for them. You're referring to Trump.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he left. He was totally paid. There's no way he wasn't. I don't believe that was a real person. I really don't. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Wade, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $23. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. He said, I love the 40-somethings who criticize you, your lack of life experience. You're on top of it. These people can live up to 100 and the experience they'll have acquired is a life of ignorance. You give this 61-year-old hope and great satisfaction. Well, thank you so much, Wade. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Give some W's for Wade in the comment section right now. That is so kind of you. W's for Wade. Justina, thank you so much for the $20 as well. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. They said, I can't understand the people telling you to get a real job. Consultants monetize their skills at all times these days so much. It's so ridiculous when people say that. They say that out of utter jealousy, out of the fact that they just don't like my content, right? It's like, it's never because it's like, what this is obviously isn't a job. Because like, this is obviously a job. Like, it's the most obvious thing ever. And anyone to dispute that simply like jealous or like just so conspiracy brain rotted that they're unwilling to acknowledge reality. Oh, they're not on a new account. Hey, dude, you got to join the new account. You can't join back on the account you were already on. It's going to flag my stream. Alrighty. Do give it a quick second, everybody. Only do send a guest request if you meet that criteria listed in the TikTok screen. We are just looking for some debates, everybody. Alrighty. Yo, what's up, how old are you?
31.
Do you support Trump?
I do, yeah.
Election held today, Harris versus Trump. Who would you rather vote for?
Sorry, repeat that, please.
Yeah, election held today, Harris versus Trump. Who would you rather vote for?
Trump.
Okay, why do you support Trump?
Well, I just think he says it, he says it straightforward. You know what I mean?
Says what?
Well, he just, he's very upfront with what he says. So, for me,
Really? He's really upfront with what he says?
Yeah, so
I'm going to keep you out of wars. I kept you out of wars. I'm not going to start a war. I'm going to stop wars. We don't need the wars. I will end the chaos in the Middle East. I will prevent World War III. We will expel the warmongers from our government. I will restore peace. Look at his rhetoric. I said, no, my rhetoric's going to keep us out of wars. We're ending wars all over this planet.
Can I talk? Am I allowed to talk?
Yeah, what's your response?
To that?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. He just played a bunch of rhetoric that has nothing to do with this conversation. So
You said that like he says everything transparently. He said no new wars and then started a war with Iran.
yeah, but see what he's done there is he's just tricked like the lower-minded people,
Such as yourself?
No. You'd be surprised. So like what he's basically done is you think he's tricked us, but he hasn't. He loves us.
You just said that he tricked you, or you're trolling.
No chance, bro. I don't live in America. I don't have a fucking...
I knew you were trolling. Let's go to the next individual. Only send a guest request if you meet that criteria listed in the TikTok screen. We are just looking for some debates. Everybody. Let's look at this next person, everybody. Dean said it'll be on very, very soon, everybody. So it might be just around 4 hours for me today. Maybe I'll join Dean if I do. We'll see. We have about 40 minutes left on the stream, everyone. Yo, what's up, how old are you? If you're on YouTube, I'd really appreciate if you hit that thumbs up, everybody. If you want to support me, as always, link tree in the bio. Welcome back. So the thing that I was going to respond to you last was that I said multiple things because I was responding to the multiple things that you said.
Yes, sir.
So, like, I mean, do you want to go multiple things at a time, or do you want to go one thing at a time?
let's do whatever, man. I'm down.
I'm down to do either or. I was kind of going on the pace you were going, and then you said it was bad because I was like pivoting or something.
No, I just wanted to stay on the topic of immigrants, but we could do whatever. It's whatever.
I was staying on the topic of immigrants. Like, you understand that, like, I'm saying that, like, you don't use the standard that you apply to immigrants in other circumstances. That's still in relation to the conversation about immigrants, because I'm just demonstrating that the standard you're applying is not consistent.
Okay. Can you repeat what you said earlier? I forgot it all. Oh.
Yeah, so we weren't letting in people specifically into the country who have committed violent crimes and bad crimes purposely. Donald Trump did pardon violent rioters who beat police officers, and he called them patriots, so he purposefully did release them into the country. And then I also reference that like I'm clearly not defending violent criminals who have committed violent crimes and bad crimes. I think we proportionally should spend more time focusing on individuals like that have committed those violent crimes and bad crimes, so that we can actively speaking reduce the likelihood in which people are disenfranchised by these systems, right, to a greater extent, because it will provide a quicker legal pathway for people who are not have committed these particular crimes, but people who have committed them aren't going to be able to get into the country because law enforcement will be focusing on them to a greater extent. And then also, if you want to be cautious for our people, you clearly should not support Donald Trump, because supporting him is not cautious in of itself, because of the fact that he is a convicted criminal where he's been held civilly liable of sexually abusing women, credibly accused by a minor in the Epstein files, etc.
Okay, but yeah, pretty much on my point on the immigration part, and we can go down the list. But my part on that is pretty much I just believe that we should focus more on U.S. citizens, not immigrants. See, I feel like if we focus more on U.S. citizens, or even get a president that does focus more on immigrants, because I am a Republican. I'm a registered vote. This was my first time voting, and I kind of disagree with like some stuff that's going on here. That's going on with Trump. But the thing is, why I think we should. I don't see Biden. I mean Harris. What's her? How you pronounce her name? I don't want to get it wrong.
Just say Harris.
Harris. I don't want to get. I don't. Her policies
Her
don't
first name
align
is
with
Kamala.
someone's. Kamala. All
Yeah.
right.
So what policies do you disagree with her on?
Well, I mean, I believe didn't she go into some similar policies as Biden? Correct.
Yeah, but like what specific policies do you disagree
It's
with?
mostly mine's mostly the immigration part, and how she came out and said it went against ICE also, which was kind of goes against what I believe. I believe that
I
we
don't
should
know
have.
whenever she said that, but what about immigration specifically?
She was-
Because she wants to make the legal process go quicker, and she wants to secure the border.
The legal process go quicker. The thing is, we gotta focus more on our citizens. We got homeless citizens and everything, man. It's not good. That's exactly why I've been leaning more towards independent. But I was like, probably when I vote this upcoming, I'm probably gonna try to vote independent. But I'm gonna try to. Hopefully, we can get a good Republican in, because I don't see myself going Democrat, because I believe you guys focus more on y'all more for immigrants and not U.S. citizens, because you focus more on letting them more and more immigrants in the country, instead of focusing on citizens and what we can provide for our legal immigrants and our legal citizens of the United States. I don't see
So
us
immigrants, I do think immigrants are citizens in many circumstances. I
people
think
who
you're trying
have
to say that you focus more on undocumented immigrants than U.S. citizens. And there's no good justification for that, because most of the money we spend in terms of our government is on U.S. citizens. And also, I do think that like immigration benefits citizens. So like this whole argument that immigration is a net loss to our country, or that like immigrants are just like taking from our systems and they're not providing into our systems, is just false. Immigration over the past 30 years has decreased the deficit by $14.5 trillion. And I think it's fundamental to our economy and to our culture.
How is it for our culture?
How is it fundamental within our culture?
Yeah.
Well, I do think that many of the cities in the United States are dependent upon the diversity within culture, right, in different areas. Like, I mean, for example, you can just give areas in LA or in New York that specifically are literally defined by the immigrant communities within them, right? And there are
but people
historical
come here.
sites, there are cultural engagements where we all culturally will engage together. Hell, here we will celebrate Cinco de Mayo in California.
I've never celebrated that. It's the thing is that I believe that the American culture needs to be preserved. Honestly, it's I understand being diverse, and it's good to
American
be diverse.
culture is diversity. American
Not really.
culture,
I
foundational
not really.
to it
No,
is
sir.
immigration. I think that's an
That's
incredible thing about American culture. I love American culture.
It's not about diversity.
It is. It absolutely is.
No. Because American culture, people gotta remember where we came from.
What does that mean? You mean
Came
indigenous
from
Americans?
Europe.
Oh,
No,
okay.
those are the true Americans right there. They came here and built this country.
So I have a question. Are you European?
Yes,
Okay. What European country?
I was born in Norway.
Norway.
Well,
Okay.
well, it's not really, yeah, but
You
they
know,
don't
technically,
really claim.
Norway isn't foundational to this country, right? In terms of ethnicity, so you wouldn't be defined as a part of that then.
Yeah.
Don't they just claim it's Western Europe? So that doesn't
I mean,
include
but
you then.
I'm a U.S. citizen. I'm able to vote and everything.
Okay, so
So
now it's U.S. citizens. So immigrants are also U.S. citizens. Foreign-born
yeah,
U.S. citizens are still U.S.
is
citizens.
that? But is the thing
And
is, people
you
gotta
saying
come here
that
and
Europe is
adapt to.
foundational to this country is just not true. I think
It
what you
kind of
really
is.
mean
I
is
mean,
I think what
where
you
did we
really
come
mean is you
from? Where
mean
did the
white
founding
people. Is that what
fathers
you
came?
mean?
You say what?
Is what you mean white people?
Did I say that?
But it sounds like that's what you're trying to imply.
No, I'm not saying that.
Okay, so then what are you saying?
I'm saying that
Because
we
it
need to
wasn't
be.
because
I'm
Western
saying
Europe is specifically what people say the foundation of this country is. And by the way, the foundation's changed over time. It used to be all these different sort of specific elements of Christianity, and then those things changed. It used to not include Irish Americans. Now it obviously does. This whole argument is absurd, okay?
it's
Because
not really
the
absurd. It's
idea of
that
American is constantly changing over time. That is okay. Progression is a fundamental element of this country. The American dream, progression, fundamental element of this country. The idea that we define this country based upon a skin color, based upon a certain ethnic background is absurd to me. I think that this country has a multitude of ethnic backgrounds. This country has a multitude of different languages that are spoke. This country has a multitude of different celebrations that it engages in from a cultural standpoint. And that's a fundamental part of this country that I love.
Yeah, but the thing is that I've actually seen those riots and everything that people do. They come here from Mexico and everything. They what they do mainly is they fly they don't fly the U.S. flag. They fly the Mexican flag majority of the time, and they
I don't
burn
have
the U.S. flag.
so let me just tell you. My girlfriend's Mexican. Her whole family's Mexican. Her parents immigrated here from Mexico. Both of them are Mexican immigrants, not born in this country. Are you saying that because they're Mexican, they fly the Mexican flag everywhere they are?
No, I'm just saying that we should fly the U.S. flag.
Okay, wait. So I've never
I mean,
never seen that even. So
Mexican.
that's not an argument. Secondly, even if they did, who cares? You
I
wouldn't
mean,
fly a
that's
Norwegian
my
flag? Would
my
you ever fly a
grandfather.
Norwegian flag?
Yeah, I fly both.
You dishonest fuck.
How is that
You're
dishonest?
trolling me. You're trolling me.
No, because
You fly both?
interrupting. You
Go
keep
fuck
interrupting.
yourself, dude. Are you serious? You just brought up like
interrupting,
Mexico, like
bro.
people from Mexico, like literally flying a Mexican flag as an issue.
No,
Can't they
I'm,
fly
I'm
both?
not saying that. You didn't listen. I'm saying that they burn the U.S. flag. I've seen the U.S. flag
Okay,
burnt.
there's no evidence that people who are Mexican Americans burn the American flag proportionally
No,
to a
I'm
greater
saying
extent.
that majority of the time you ask them, yo.
You said majority. What's your source?
You ask them which country is greater, the U.S. or Mexico. They'll say, oh, Mexico. You know, I'm like, I don't think so, because they want to sit there and fly their flag and burn our flag. My grandfather fought under that flag.
And even if they say that, who cares?
Yeah, it's
Well,
important.
that doesn't
especially if
mean.
you want to
By
become
the
a
way, that
citizen.
doesn't mean that they're not
I mean,
American.
you got the
Think this are Matt
citizens that
Polaris.
actually worked over
That doesn't
here.
mean that
You
they're
got-
not American.
No. You got the citizens that actually come over here and work, and they actually sit it, and they have to wait 10, 15 years, like I said earlier. They had to come here and work, and they'll fly the U.S.
Understand
flag.
that.
They'll be proud of their U.S.
You
becoming a US
understand?
citizen.
You understand
But
that
people are too
you're just being
privileged.
dishonest. You're just being so dishonest.
No,
Can
people
you
are
give me
too
a single
privileged.
source? Actually, literally, give me a single source that justifies that people coming from Mexico will disproportionately, right, say that they want to burn the American flag.
I didn't
right,
say
and
that.
a majority
I said
of
that I've seen. I told
you said
what I've
majority.
seen.
Did you say majority?
I said of what I've seen.
Did you
I
say
said
majority?
I say majority of the little riots that I've seen when it was first starting off, when Trump got in, and with the first little riots that I've seen, that it was majority of the riots, it was mostly Mexicans burning the U.S. flag.
Okay, so this is just you're literally projecting an anecdote
I mean,
onto all of people who are Mexican.
They want to fly the Mexican flag so bad they fly the Spain flag. That's where they come from.
You fly the Norwegian flag. Shut up.
Yeah, fly the Spain flag. If you really, Mexicans got to know where they came from, where their heritage comes
Okay,
from.
I think you're trolling.
No, I'm not. It's facts, man.
You're just not being serious, dude.
What's not serious about what I said? Mexicans, they are descendants of Spaniards.
Yeah, so then would you say that based
And
upon
they- not to
wait,
mention- not-
wait, so you said this country comes from Europe, right?
Yeah,
Okay, so then like Spain is in Europe, correct?
correct.
So that includes Mexican Americans?
You say what?
So that includes Mexican Americans because they're quote unquote from Spain?
No, I just said they got to know where their
Did he
where
not
their
realize
heritage
that he
comes from.
just literally owned himself? So they are a part of this country. Mexican Americans
They're
are
not
a
a
part of
part
this
of this
country.
country.
Then
They're not
they
a part
are
of this
because you just
country.
said that they're European.
They're not a part of this country.
You just said that they're European.
I didn't say that they were European. I
Yes, you
said
did.
Mexicans. No,
Is
no, no,
Spain
no,
is
no. Because
Spain
you're
in
trying to
Europe?
twist my words.
Sir,
I'm
is Spain
cooking.
in
Hold up.
Europe? So Spain
Hold on, I'm
isn't in
cooking.
Europe?
I'm cooking. I'm cooking. Hold up.
You're getting cooked. Spain isn't in
No, I'm
Europe?
not getting cooked,
So
Parker.
is Spain in Europe? Answer that question.
Yeah.
Yes, Spain is in Europe. You said they're Spanish. They come from
Hola.
Spaniards.
Yeah, Mexico.
So you understand that, right? Okay, so just want to let you know, the Spanish were the colonizers, right? There are indigenous Americans that were in Mexico as well. It's a combination of indigenous Americans, right, and the colonizers who are Spaniards. You
Wait, so
understand that,
you,
right?
so you're the type that think that like this land has been like occupied. It was like what?
Yeah, this is
Overtaken?
we absolutely live on
Stolen.
stolen land. That's just
It's
facts.
not. So how is it stolen land when they were when the indigenous people? And I can say this because I'm part Native. I'm Navajo. My grandpa is Navajo. He's mixed. I have my family bloodline goes deep, but it's that it's not. I wouldn't say it was stolen land. My grandpa would even say the same thing. He said it wasn't stolen. It was conquered. And my grandpa is a Navajo code talker. You know the history of the code talkers, correct?
Yes.
Okay,
I don't. So I'm confused what your point is. So
but
wait.
the thing
So
is that it wasn't really. It's not conquered land. It's not really I wouldn't say it was stolen. It's conquered. It's really just not stolen.
okay.
because you're the
So
type-
what does conquered mean?
Conquered means that we had, in my words, we had came here and they overtook everything because we had
So
better.
you took it from someone else?
We came better equipped.
You say you took it from someone else? Is that what conquers means?
Conquered.
That
Didn't
means
really
stolen,
take it from them.
dumbass.
They still live here, correct?
You genuinely have to be trolling. There's no way
No,
you're
no,
this.
no, no.
No way you're. No way. Just please stop, dude. This is ridiculous.
It's
You are
not
trolling.
stolen.
I think
It's
you're
not
trolling.
stolen if they
so
still
so
live
the
here on
way that you just, sir, the
reservations.
way that you just defined conquered includes stolen.
It's not stolen.
It does.
Because they were wiping out their own tribes.
I'm gonna
land.
kick you if you don't
They were-
fucking
'cause you're-
acknowledge this.
'cause
Like
you're scared.
genuinely,
You're scared.
no,
You're
it's
scared.
because
You're
you're
scared.
denying blatant history.
No.
You're denying the genocide of indigenous Americans. You're
I'm not.
denying the
I'm not,
stealing
because
of the
you're not
indigenous
letting-
Americans' land. Saying that there has been land before in the past that has been stolen doesn't justify that this land wasn't stolen by the colonizers that came here and literally mass murdered indigenous Americans. Purposefully.
Yeah, they wiped out their own tribes for land, by the way, and then we came
Wait,
here better equipped.
so by the way, your argument would then be because Europe has been at war with each other, that means anyone who invades Europe to take it over isn't actually going to be
The whole
stealing
world is-
anything.
the whole
Wait,
world
so
is
I have a question. So if someone if there was a country that invaded Europe, right, and literally conquered the entirety of Europe, stole it from all of the Europeans that exist there, would that be stolen?
Would it be stolen? So repeat that one more time.
Yeah, if someone else conquered Europe, would it be
Yeah.
stolen?
I mean, people have conquered parts of Europe. It's conquered.
Okay, so if for example China conquered Europe, that would be it wouldn't be stolen?
Nope.
So if China went in, ethnically cleansed all of the Europeans that existed there, and killed off a bunch of them, removed from that land, and then moved Chinese immigrants there, right? Would you say that was stolen?
That right there is stolen right there because I'm gonna tell you why.
You just conceded, buddy.
No, because we haven't kicked out.
Thank you for the concession.
We haven't kicked out.
Go
the
learn
native-
history. Go learn history right now. Go read your fucking history books right now. You just got cooked, and you didn't even realize it. Why you so obsessed with me? You're always in my life. Sorry, that guy's always there. Let's go to the next individual. If you want to support me as always, link tree in the bio, everybody. We're going to be on for the next 20 minutes, 24 minutes, everybody. And then we're getting off. Yo, what's up? How old are you? How old are you? Okay, let's go to the next individual. We're going to go for the next 24 minutes, everyone. I'm going to post my videos, and then I'm going to join Dean, everybody. Just letting y'all know. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Alrighty, let's go to the next individual. If you want to support me, so always again, Venmo, PayPal, link tree in the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube, as well as you can support me over YouTube Super Chat. I'm just going to go with it. We'll see if I'll get the flag. I kind of wanted to test it out. Alrighty, let's continue on. Let's get this last person for today, everybody. Let's get this last person for today. Kelly, think of the journal. Thank you very much. Alrighty. Let's get this last person up here. And then we will end it for today after this last person. Hannah, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. It absolutely is more prevalent. Misogyny is so much more prevalent. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Come with me.
Cheyenne, thank you so much for the $30. Thank you very much. I will, absolutely. Absolutely will. We typically do the first one. As well as Emma, thank you for the $5. Thank you very much on PayPal. Thank you. Thank you. And tomorrow, thank you for the $5. Thank you. I can try to look, but it is really hard to find people. But you can always just look me up, and if you can't find me, then it should be that it's blocked. Sometimes you can get blocked on accident, like when we're trying to block accounts who are like spamming the chat. There has been a time before in the past where I did do that, and I accidentally blocked people. So, alrighty, let's continue on. Do you give it a quick second, everyone? If you're on YouTube, I'd really appreciate if you hit that thumbs up, everyone. It really helps push it out to more people. If you hit that thumbs up, I would really appreciate it. Yo, what's up? Okay, let's go to the next individual. Only do send a guest request if you meet that criteria listed in the TikTok screen.
Nigger.
You're disgusting. Only send a guest request if you meet that criteria listed in the TikTok screen, everybody. Alrighty, do you give it a quick second, everyone? I don't know if we'll be able to get anyone. I think that we might not be able to be honest. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hello. 18.
Do you support Trump?
I do.
Election held today, Harris versus Trump. Who would you rather vote for?
Probably Trump.
Okay, why do you support Trump?
I think that it's just, I think he just supports economics issues better.
Okay. Can you name one economic metric that he's made better off since he got in office?
Yes, I'm going to go tax cuts, especially with the TCJA in 2017. Oh, wait, you mean since his last term or the one before?
No, like ain't one economic metric, not a policy, an economic metric.
Unemployment, does that count as economic metric?
Unemployment's gone up since he's got in office.
Okay, sorry, my bad. So you're saying, wait, actually, why don't you support Trump? I'll argue that.
Yeah, I got you. He was held civilly liable of sexually abusing a woman. He's been accused by 27 plus women of sexual misconduct. He's bragged about walking into the changing rooms of naked women while they're changing without their consent, where two 18-year-olds came out. So there were 4 girls as young as 15 years old in these changing rooms. He was credibly accused by a minor in the Epstein files who got a settlement with the Epstein estate. His tax policy disproportionately goes to the rich and wealthy and disproportionately negatively impacts lower and middle income individuals when he replaces income tax with tariffs.
Okay, so then regarding foreign policy, do you believe he's a good president or no? Or good
No, I
policy?
think his foreign policy is atrocious.
And why specifically? Sorry, I know I'm asking you a lot of questions.
It's okay. I think his foreign policy is atrocious because of the fact that he started a war with Iran after claiming no new wars. He's destabilized relations with our allies all around the world, where they won't even help him anymore, where he's literally called for the complete dissolution of NATO because he called for the annexation of Greenland. So it's destabilizing relationships with our allies, creating worse off conditions for war and conflict around the world, spending a bunch of money around the world based upon those particular things. The tariff policy makes conditions worse off, etc. I can keep going, but those are just a few.
Yeah, so I understand that. And in Greenland, for example, in Venezuela, there is financial incentive for the U.S. to take those territories. So then how would that not be justifiable? For example, the takeover of Venezuela. Why do you believe that to not be justifiable? Because I believe that through just a essence of protecting their own people, I believe it's socially or morally acceptable to take over Venezuela. And then in the same regard, I believe it puts the American people in a better position.
Okay. I don't think that it's putting us in a better issue. Wait, so why do you think you puts us in a better issue? Repeat that one more time.
Financial incentive, and then it protects the people of Venezuela better.
Okay. So I don't think it protects anyone any better. We didn't actually lead to better conditions. It's the same regime still in office, and we just stole oil from them. Now, you could say that, well, we might potentially give it back to them. I just don't trust the Trump administration in actually facilitating that.
Okay. Yeah. And then regarding the war in Iran, I know from a short-term perspective, it may look, or it most likely is incompetent to where closing the Strait of Hormuz would cause oil misconduct. But then if the United States has oil reserves, for example, in Venezuela that we took, so then would that not make other countries more reliant on the U.S. and therefore help bolster the United States economy?
So no, and also even so, like we were doing that anyway, and it's going to increase prices here in the U.S. So when we sell our supply to other countries around the world because the prices went up in other countries, that causes the prices here in this country to go up. So I thought we were going to be producing to build here in the United States, not producing to sell to other countries.
And then do you believe in a more societalist economic structure?
What do you mean?
Because I
Like
believe in
globalist? Do you
capitalism.
mean globalist?
Oh, sorry, globalist, my bad. Yeah.
I mean, obviously, global. It depends on what you mean by globalism. But typically, how globalism is defined is just we're working with other countries to the benefit of our nation. Yeah, yeah, we should work with other countries diplomatically to benefit our nation. Yeah, that sounds
I
pretty
would see
America
that.
first.
Yeah. I would just say that more of the dependent factor to where if more countries have to depend on the United States, it could therefore help us limit the amount of, for
I
example,
think the
debt.
best way for other countries to depend on us through energy would be through us to develop technology that is better for energy, not just rely upon the old technologies that are
Yeah, so
inevitably
would
going to die out.
capitalism not help build up new technology? Because I'm assuming you
I mean,
come
I
from a
don't
more
disagree with
socialist
capitalism as a
perspective.
whole, but certain regulations are important, certain safety nets are important to ensure these things. And when it comes to critical industries, I do think it relies upon government investment in order to do that. I don't think just leaving it up to the private markets will lead to better conditions. We
Yeah.
can push capitalism in the right way here.
Yeah, that makes sense. And then on another topic, sorry, do you believe that transgender athletes should be allowed in women's sports specifically? Transgender women should be allowed in women's
Trans women after multiple years of HRT don't show any unfair biological advantages insofar as that they would be like dominating sports. I think it's a non-issue. There's like only a few.
There's a lot of bigger issues. I understand that.
Yeah,
It was
there's.
just more
It's nothing
as
to
a.
address on a federal scale at all with any
So do
policy.
you believe state conduct would be more better in actually, or
It would
sorry,
probably
not
be
more
like
better.
local communities
Local communities would be
and
better
like
in managing that.
organizations like
Yeah.
sports organizations establish
So then the
these.
NCAA, I don't remember the name of the athlete. It was a swimmer in 2020.
Yeah, you're talking
Won
about
the
Leah Thomas.
yeah, sorry,
She
Leah
got
Thomas.
fifth place, and she definitely didn't win always.
Yeah, but I still would.
She literally like performed better
Sorry, I
prior.
don't mean to complain about trans people. I have no problem with them. It's more of
Oh, no, I
just
understand the point
unfairness I
that's being
find from
brought
a
up.
biological standpoint.
Yeah, I understand the point that's being brought up. I think that it's generally fear. There's a lot of fear mongering there. It's
Yeah.
determined by like the local sports organizations. It doesn't make sense that the federal government would deal with this. And then
Mhm.
also in terms of these situations, like it's kind of like a non-issue. It's not really a big deal to me. If we reference people's access to play sports, I think that's an important thing, especially for
Yeah.
children. And I think that oftentimes this will disenfranchise children that clearly had no benefit, right, in the
Yeah, that
scenario,
makes sense. So I
right, if
think
they were
that
to like compete.
yeah,
Typically, sports are just going to be a place where people are trying to have fun, trying to build
yeah,
community, and I don't think that restricting trans people will be beneficial towards their ability to maintain community. And I think that
yeah.
just isolates trans people to a greater extent for no
It
reason
does
and no
isolate them, and
benefit
they,
just
they
for
do have
society as a
higher
whole.
rates of depression and things like internalizing symptoms as
Yeah,
well. So
especially
I
due to the stigmatization. So I
okay,
do
yeah.
actually think like this narrative in general actually is very harmful for trans people.
hmm
Although there can be like obviously circumstances where like sure there could be someone that could be like dominating. Like that's possible. It's just not
Yeah.
happening. I don't think there are any real examples people bring up.
Sorry, to answer your question from before on Trump or Kamala, I actually think I'd vote neither, to be quite honest. Now that I'm thinking about it a little more, that's my bad. Sorry.
Alrighty. Well, I'm glad I got you to that point. Keep watching these lives. I think it's important to get involved in politics. So I obviously would like you to like vote for our side because I think it's a preferable side. Because inevitably speaking, if we don't involve ourselves in politics, we're gonna get the worst of the worst rather than the best of the worst.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right. Appreciate you coming.
Thank you.
Alrighty. Let's just go send everyone over to Dean. Everyone. Let's just do that. We'll end a little bit early, and we'll send everyone over to Dean. I'll post my videos, and then we will go join him. Thank you everyone for coming through. If you're on YouTube, I'd really appreciate if you hit that thumbs up. For the 4,500 people here on TikTok, I would really appreciate if you hit that thumbs up, everyone. It really helps push out to more people. I think right now we're currently at like 1.8 thousand. If we can get to 2,000, I'd really appreciate it. But thank you everyone for coming through. Have a fantastic day, everyone. I will see everyone later. Good day, everyone. Good day.